Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the University of Colorado in Boulder. I'm Joe Paris alongside Derek Michelson. Tonight's WCHL conference matchup between the University of Colorado Buffaloes and the visiting boys from Tucson, the Arizona Wildcats. Derek, these teams, they don't like each other.
No, not so much, Joe. I think last time they were here, at least kind of about this time last year, the two actually got into quite a skirmish there at overtime. At the end of overtime, Colorado had scored come out on top, I believe, if I remember right. And, just a couple words were said, a couple face washes done, and the rest was history. Punches started being thrown. So hopefully a little more calm-tempered tonight. But, Joe, I guess we're going to have to wait and see.
It's one of the few matchups that do carry over from the Pac-12 on the NCAA side of things. The Buffs and the Wildcats never get along, so why would they get along at the hockey level either? Yeah. They wouldn't. So.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's going to be an interesting night for Colorado. Matt Anders is out tonight with the shoulder injury, so taking his place, his former teammate as a child, John Nitchin. So Nitchin will win the draw, and we are underway in Boulder. Thank you for joining us. Colorado will skate right to left on your video monitor at home, and there is Nitchin down in the zone. Out to Hefter at the blue line. The starting defenseman throws one through some traffic. It'll be blocked off into the corner. Austin Wilson will start tonight in net for the Wildcats. And Colin Champagne for Colorado. Sent in deep by the Wildcats. Matt Hefter will come into his corner and whisk it away as we're just underway. Beautiful Friday night in Boulder. Snow-covered Boulder. The university was actually closed on Tuesday. No classes, a snow day, a rare snow day on a college campus. Probably has never happened in Tucson. They might have had an ice day before. I know that happens in some places where they get ice on the road and they say, stay home, don't go anywhere.
Yeah, it was about conditions. You know, it's same thing could happen anywhere in the country. It wasn't so much about the snow. It was just there was a decent amount of accumulation, but nothing that Colorado people, whether it's students, faculty, etc., can't handle. So I
beg to differ. I saw a few cars with California license plates that didn't know what they were doing.
There's always a couple, but a majority, I think, handled it okay. The problem was the conditions just were getting so bad with the ice on the road and struggled there.
Glad to be here, though, right?
Yes,
it's absolutely. A hockey night in Boulder.
Yeah.
I just saw the trainer, Jeff, go to the locker room. I didn't see if a player went with him.
I think it was actually Thomas Jarman.
You think it was Jarms?
Yeah, I believe I saw 28 going with them. And not sure exactly what's happening there. We'll try to get an update for everybody because it's just about a minute into this game, really. So I'm curious what happened there. I didn't see anything happen on the ice. But
not sure if he even went onto the ice.
Yeah. It may have just been a taping thing.
His skate could have come undone.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Never know. We'll keep you posted. Meanwhile, Dylan Carter will bring it into the zone. Taken away from Carter. Charging onto the scene is William Poynton. Poynton will swing it through the slot. Saved by Champagne. Rebound will go to the board. It'll be slapped away by John Hogan. No relation to the pro wrestler. And on the backside, it was a wide-open chance there for Brian Hogan, but he couldn't quite pull the trigger, else it would have been 1-0 there. He had the whole 4x6. Played out through center. It'll be Hogan that'll stick with it. Over center ice, he'll chip it into the zone. Dorr will skate back with it alongside Adams. And out to center for Elliot Palanchik. And there's Jarman back out on the ice, so I don't think Jarman might have gone to the locker room. He's still got it in along the board. Jarman will look across the car dash. Instead, he'll go to the corner. Misses Wigton down low. To be Elliot Palanchik that'll take it from the near side corner. He'll find Wigton in behind. He'll be roughed up there by Hogan. Back out to the blue line. It'll be Kardash who send it through some traffic. And a save made there by Austin Wilson. To the board, it'll bounce. And out to center ice. It'll be a race to the puck. And Alex Odeo will get there first. He'll beat Jarman into the corner. He'll take some contact. Kardash will free it up there as Palanchik will fish it out in between his feet. To Jarman along the boards. And it'll be wished out to center ice. A really nice play by Matthew Arminetti. Sling that one out of the air and keep it legal. Back out to center. Armenti will slot in over the line. Here comes Wilkinson in, and a shot and a save by Colin Champagne. Quick broadcasting note. Derek, we're on double duty tonight. We're the play-by-play and color commentators, as well as the in-house voice as well.
Yeah, that's why we didn't have too much of a pre-show going on.
We were announcing the starting lineups.
We were.
How fun is that?
I think it went pretty well, actually.
So we will be, after goals, one of us is going to have to take the headset off and yell.
Yeah.
Or after penalties, too. It'd be pretty funny.
Yeah. Well, we'll play that one by ear. We'll see how the night progresses.
A real throwback, huh? That's how you get started in this business.
Yeah, it is.
The PA, and then they give you the headset, and then next day.
Sometimes both. They want to see how much you can handle. That's what it really is. It's a test.
We can handle it. A good play by Andrew Bradford to chip the puck out of the slot, but he scores himself into the goal. Doesn't count for any points, so we'll just have a face-off. pretty decent crowd here on Friday night. We were talking about who was going to show up, and we didn't know. You never know, but looks like we got a good attendance here tonight.
Yeah, there's been some games that it's had some lulls. A couple games where it was a pretty sparse crowd. There's been games where it's had a packed house, so sometimes you don't know what you're going to get. Tonight's, like you said, it's a pretty good crowd, though, so good job by the Buff fans coming out to support, and that might be something that, you look for later on as the game progresses. Maybe the fans get in the heads of some of the Arizona players, and they get a little frustrated, try to do too much, something like that, to try to shut a fan up. And when you play like that, that's a lot of times how you beat yourself. So it'll be interesting to see if that plays any factor tonight, but I think we'll just see hopefully just kind of a good, hard-fought game all the way around.
One place that won't sell out, the Pepsi Center in Denver. Well, you never know, but most likely won't sell out, the Pepsi Center in Denver. Well, Colorado will play Colorado State on Thursday, February 25th. Tickets are available online now. You want to go grab those, and it's a sweet deal with your purchase of a Buff ticket. $5 will go to the program, and you get a free ticket to a future Avalanche game.
Yep.
Go online right now, avstix/showdown 2016, or you can go on the CU Buffs Facebook page and click the link that we posted this afternoon.
Yep, there's 4 or 5 different Avs games to choose from, and all the tickets. Great. It's like you said, it's a great deal because that ticket price is extremely low for an event in that venue. And you're going to get lower bowl seating, so that's always a plus. So you're going to be right on top of the action.
And your ticket also entitles you to the women's game, which will be in the afternoon before. So come out and support all your Buffs.
Free parking.
Free parking. That's the best deal at Pepsi Center.
Yeah,
what was I complaining to you about when we went to the Mammoth game?
Yep.
You charge for parking for everything.
That's okay. Somebody's got to make a living.
Pilkington will scamper in behind the red line. He'll park behind the net of Champagne. He'll look out to Chris Doyle. Chris will send it down the ice. That one comes flying all the way down and off the mark. And tonight, for the first time, Jackson Riddell, the freshman, will suit up for the Buffs. Riddell is going to get the red shirt because he's only going to play in a few games, but with the Buffs having some injuries out there, the Calgary native will be out on the ice. And Jackson's brother, Tyson Riddell, was one of the best players when Colorado first went D1 a few years ago.
Yeah.
An exciting time to be a hockey fan here in Boulder with the D1 team, but it wasn't always like this. We had a D3 team and a not great rink, but now we have the best rink in all of hockey. Debatable, but well, okay, that's the end of that conversation. Brought in over the line into the corner. It looks the nicest. How about that?
I like that.
All right.
That's good. We'll go with that.
Burkemper will pick it off in the high slot. He'll got himself to the boards. Picked off, though, again, this time by Brian Hogan. He'll lose it, though, and John Nitron will help the ice. There's Burkemper there. Burkemper tries to handle around a pair of defenders. Stays in the zone. A good play by Adams to keep the play alive. Now to Bauer. Bauer, handles around a defender who slid in the way. It looks like that was Ryan Seguil.
It was a great poke check. He was on his side there, laying down on the ice, trying to deflect that puck, and he was able to swing his stick at just the right time, and was able to get a piece of the puck, pushed it aside. Colorado had to try to regroup, but it slid out of the zone, and they had to end up chasing down the ice for an icing. So we'll get a restart here in the Buffalo zone.
And this is where Colorado gets really dangerous. A bunch of Colorado's great opportunities over the last few months has come after they get a team running around on their own defensive end, and they force them to ice the puck, and they got a tired group out there.
Yeah, it's for Colorado, that's one of the things they've done pretty well. So far today, it looks like it's been pretty even. We haven't kept an exact tally, but it looks like it's pretty even on the faceoffs. But the last few games, especially here on home ice, they've really done a good job of kind of dominating that faceoff and getting some of those wins, which has helped them get those possessions. And, that's the key to scoring a goal. You got to have possession of the puck first.
And after center ice, it'll come now to Matt Armenti. Armenti will receive it on the return pass and play it through center ice. Wildcats in town for a 3-game road trip. They were out at the Fort Fun last night in Fort Collins against Colorado State. And tonight, of course, here in Boulder, and they'll be back tomorrow. As Luke Carter will carry it through the neutral zone. He sees Gruber going towards the net, and Carter takes a shot. It'll elevate up in the netting and out of play. It's hard to be on the road for Super Bowl weekend. Hopefully the Wildcats can get back home in time to watch the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much of a stake any of them having it, though.
True.
Cardinals got knocked out, but it's unfortunately it's a tough start for Arizona in this road trip. They lost to CSU last night, so they're looking to regroup today. But yeah, it's always dangerous when you get a team that loses 4-0 like that, because especially a team that's has potential to make some noise, as Arizona does, because those are the teams that are going to come out the most aggressive that next game. And so Colorado's got to make sure they stay on top of them here early going to try to quell any momentum Arizona might be trying to come out with.
Played out to Senator Salvato. Salvato will scamper away from two defenders. Puck will trickle into the corner. Luke Coyne will come after it. He'll look across the Kardash. Now to the near side, he'll look at Gruber and hit him there. 14:09 remaining in our scoreless first period of play from Boulder, Colorado. Joe Paris and Derek Michelson here with you on your Friday night for some Buffs and Wildcats action. And the Wildcats will ice the puck again, so we'll head down the Wildcats' end of the ice as fans are still trickling in here. This is actually one of our better attended games, Derek. This is great.
Yeah, it's hopefully some of these guys get going and get a little rowdy, because it's always fun when the fans get into it and get involved. It's always great to see fans, but the more involved they are, the more fun it is, I think, for the players. So for their sake, hopefully the fans kind of get behind some of these guys tonight.
Trent Edwards out on the ice right now. He's playing defense here tonight. Last weekend against Mercyhurst, he was actually moved up as a forward, but tonight he will default to his standard position as a defenseman. Pilkington, though, who did play a lot of the year as a forward, had to move back to the D-line with the injuries to Temby and Bruce, and he'll take a backhander there. As we talked about last weekend, Pilkington is a guy who, he's a really good defender, but he's also got that offensive capability to step into the play like Matt Hefter. Here's Pilkington, a huge drive through traffic. That one goes just wide. A save by Wilson into the corner. Rebound will be bounced all the way around out to center ice for Pilkington. Wildcats will get a change as Pilks will play it in through Wigton. He'll deflect off a number of bodies, and the Wildcats will play back into the defensive zone with 13-13 remaining in our scoreless first period of play. Jarman on the forecheck there. He'll chase down Rosetta. Anthony Rosetta will skate away from Jarman and play it out to center ice. It'll hit the stick there of Charles James. And be flown into the zone where Champagne will gather it around, and he'll got it behind for Pilkington. Pilkington looking up the ice for a stretch pass, almost hit Jarman. Instead he hits the defenseman Armenti. From center ice, it'll be played right on Champagne. He'll leave it there for Trent Edwards. He'll handle it around and look towards Jarman to the near side glass before they'll exchange away. Wigton awaits a pass and receives a pass, tries to stretch it out to Jarman again. Dylan Carter loses his edge, but does get it into the zone as Pilks will go back again for it with Hogan chasing him down. Takes a shoulder, loses the puck, goes to Wigton. Now back to Edwards. Edwards will look up the ice, leaves it there for Palanchik, and here comes Elliott. He's got a lot of speed. Through center, he'll loft it off and go it off for a change. In behind, he'll be left there for Seguil. Now to Hogan. John Hogan. Riddell will take it for Colorado again. Tyson Riddell playing his first game of the regular season. Excited to see him out there after watching him in practice all year. He's a team favorite. You know the boys are excited for him tonight. I'm telling you, if he or Doyle gets a goal here tonight, the bench will be the loudest place in the building.
Well, and he's a hustle guy. I think that's why he's a team favorite. You know, he's one of those guys that he is just going to skate as hard as he possibly can the entire game. He's not going to take an easy shift or anything like that. And so far we've seen that. He's been all over the ice, and those are the guys that are going to start creating those openings and making those plays for you early on.
And I love this line. Doyle, Riddell out there, the speed, and of course Andrew Bradford, the tough guy who's really been turning it on as of late. He had a slow start to the year, but as of late, I mean, he's been one of the leading goal scorers. Is making a play towards the net was Robbie Wilkinson. Taken away from him, though, as it'll be exchanged through center ice. Picked up now by O'Dea. Touched that by Coyne. It'll be hung up there at the blue line as Kardash will whirl around. We'll get a referee's whistle, and we will get an offsides call on the Wildcats. So we'll go out to neutral ice with 11:16 remaining here in our first period of play. 0-0 game on Friday night in Boulder.
Yeah, and it was actually Matt Hefter that went to the locker room. He just returned back to the ice with trainer Jeff, and everybody seems to be okay, so I'm not really sure what it was about. I would guess, again, probably a tape or something like that.
An equipment issue.
Yeah, that would be my guess. I really doubt somebody got injured on that first 30 seconds, but you never know. Seems to be okay, though, back on the bench.
Got a good crew of referees here tonight. We got 4 tonight, and they even found parking nearby.
Well, they did.
That was their first question when they walked in. Where do we park? Bauer will take a shot. It'll miss the outside post, but Coyne will keep it in at the blue line. He'll exchange in down low with Burkemper. Burkemper will cycle it into the corner for Nitchin. Nitchin will take a body. Advances it to Bauer, though, as Bauer will try to tap it around. Comes back now to Burkemper. Looking out to Coyne. Goes to Kardash through traffic. That one will go wide. Wilson looked like he had the shot tracked. Bauer will take it in from the circle. He'll survey the scene as he'll be charged at by the defender Hogan, and it'll come out to center ice, and Coyne will have to go after it. Coyne from his own blue line looks towards Burkemper, calling for the pass. Instead, he'll enter in through center ice and dump it in and go off for a change. Kardash will stay out there. Pilkington will take his place. Send it in front for Nitchin, and a kick save. Rebound will go into the corner. A good-looking reaction there by Austin Wilson. Trying to find that outside post. Puck will flutter out to center. And on comes Tyler Griffith. Griffith will lose it. He'll come in behind the net of Piner. He wanted to play it. Wraparound attempt is blocked on the post by Champagne. Out comes Burkemper. Bauer, who looks winded out there, will go through center ice. Oh, boy, he avoided a collision there, and he'll skate to the bench. Luke Carter, the freshman, will leave it back and forth. It's cool to see Carter and Riddell on the lineup here tonight. Two Canadian freshmen that last year when we signed them we were very excited about. And first time we've seen them both in the lineup together. Matt Hefter, fresh out of the locker room, will try to chip it around the defender there as Griffin will chase him back into the corner. Hefter will play it. Griffin there picks it off. Carter, though, comes up with the play. He'll lose it in front, and they score. A turnover by Colorado. It looks like it was Charles James that snuck that one in there. And that'll be 1-0 Wildcats. There's a group of bodies, but it looks like Charles James got the last touch on it. The forecheck, though, by Anthony Rosetta. And it's 1-0 Wildcats. 9:42 remaining in the first period, but a really bad miscommunication on the defensive end for Colorado. Really handcuffed Champagne. And the Wildcats will take an early 1-0 lead. Right off the face-off, it'll be one back to Champagne. He'll leave it for Matt Adams. So again, we're going to give credit there to Charles James unless we hear otherwise. His back was turned the other way, so I didn't see the numbers. He was the closest guy. And the net will be dislodged as behind the play Austin Wilson was taken down. And we will say, we're going to give the assist. So it'll be Kyle Griffin that gets the goal from Charles James. Derek, you want to do the PA announcing this time? Or do you want me? Okay, Derek's going to do the PA announcing, so I'll mute his mic. And you'll probably hear it through my headset, but we're doing double duty tonight, and I couldn't be prouder. So 20 from 23 will go down as Griffin from James. Either way, 1-0 Wildcats. 9:23 remaining in our first period of play after the net was dislodged and Wilson was run into. The faceoff will come into the neutral zone. One back by the Wildcats as they've got to be happy here. The early lead after a bad performance last night. Shut out in Fort Collins, 4-0 by the Rams. Both the Rams and the Wildcats are trying to gather momentum here in the end of the year to try and sneak into the national tournament. And here they come again. Robbie Wilkinson will lead the rush, but Champagne came out of the net to make the play. They'll play down into the corner for Dorr. After it will come Adams. Adams will go back and forth with Dorr. Turned over again, picked up by Hogan on the doorstep. A slotting John Dorr will make the play, though. And out to center comes Salvato. Salvato alongside Gruber leaves it for Polanchik. Back to Salvato looking in front. He gets in close, can't pull the trigger, and it's held up on the red line before it's played into the corner. Bodies go down. Weird-looking collision as Gruber will stay up. Now to Polanchik, who will rescue it through some traffic. Didn't get all of that one. And it's picked off and brought the other way by Hogan. 8.5 to go. 1-0 Wildcats. Buff's got to activate here. Cross-ice pass received by James. He'll carry it into the zone. Takes a shot from the circle. Kick saved by Champagne. Rebound out to Luke Coyne. Coyne runs into Polanchik. Looks across for Kardash. And he'll try to find a guy out to center. He'll hit Polanchik. Polanchik's been out there forever. Losing the puck back into the own zone now for Kardash. Back and forth he'll go with Coyne. Looks to Wigton. Carries it himself. 8 minutes, 5 seconds remaining in the period. Wigton will carry to the corner. Centers one in front. Nobody home. Armenti will pick it off for the Wildcats. And will be played out to center by Arizona. Kardash will flip this one down. It will go on net as Wilson had a tough time playing it as Rosetta will scoop it up in behind his own net. Played out to center. Received there by Schrerer. Down in for Jarman. Jarman in the corner with Bradford. Jarman looking in front, and he just missed on the back door. Waiting for it was Riddell. Keeps in the zone, though, by Hefter. In down low, Jarman will work the trenches. Handles around one defender, now two. Jarman's going to go towards the net. Through some traffic, puck loose in the slot, picked off. Brought the other way now by the Wildcats. A close call, though. O'Dea will take it into the corner. And he'll be chased away by a pair of defenders, and Hefter will somehow come up with the puck. Referee's got his hand up as it looks like someone was offsides. It might have been Gruenhagen. Here's Bradford alongside Doyle. Bradford will have the puck stick away momentarily in down low. That'll be picked up by Armenti. Riddell touches it, leaves it for Hefter. Hefter will take the tough play. Back and forth they'll go. Doyle kind of hit off the back of him, and this one will go down the length of the ice, and we'll go for an icing call.
Yeah, Joe, so one of the things that I was noticing early, and it seems like they've kind of picked it back up and done a better job with it, is Arizona was receiving the puck. So when their guys were receiving that pass from one of their teammates, a lot of times their feet were standing still, or they were going back towards their own net instead of attacking towards Colorado's net. and so they seem to have some trouble getting anything started. But it seems like they made an adjustment. I'm sure the coach talked to them there while they were on the bench. Made an adjustment, and now they're moving their feet and they're trying to attack when they're receiving some of those pucks. So what it's doing is it's creating a couple chances for them, and they've turned one of those into a goal so far. So if they can keep up that, it's going to look good for them. Colorado, they're going to have to do a better job of getting some of their guys off the ice at better times. We've seen a couple of guys have to take some really long shifts out there already, and that's got to wear down the legs. And when you wear down the legs, you're playing poor defense, and that's going to hurt you.
We play a game usually before every game we broadcast. We guess who's going to be the first goal and what's going to be the scoring combination. And tonight we got it wrong.
Yeah.
Usually we get it right. Actually, you'd be shocked about our percentage of shooting on this, but I don't think anyone thought it was going to be Arizona up 1-0 at the end of one, because Colorado, a very powerful offensive team. Arizona had a really hard time last night with Colorado State, who the Buffs have had a really good time with this year. And based upon common opponents have played, you say on paper Colorado's going to be able to handle Arizona, but really, although Colorado owns the time of possession, they're really on their heels a little bit here.
Yeah, and what you just said there, Joe, is key. On paper. On paper, there's always a team that's better than the other. You can always find a statistical difference, but where it actually matters is who actually shows up. And so far, Arizona has done that. Not to say that Colorado hasn't. They've showed up. They've played well so far. There's a couple little things they need to keep tweaking and adjusting for them to make sure they stay in this game and be competitive and have a chance to come out on top. Both teams playing well so far, but it's statistically you can throw statistics at it all you want, but at the end of the day, it's just a matter of Colorado's down 1-0 right now because Arizona was able to get one on the board.
And after that last goal too, the Arizona Wildcats have looked great. They've got a little bit extra in them now that they've got a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, a little bit of that confidence back, and that's what I was talking about earlier in the broadcast when I said those are those dangerous teams. If you get kind of embarrassed your first road trip game, things like that, it's a sour note to start that road trip. So those teams they take it two ways. You see a lot of teams that will take it and be like, oh, this is going to be a nightmare road trip. We might as well pack it up and go home now. Then you get the teams that it seems like maybe Arizona's done that are going to have the exact opposite. They're going to be like, you know what, we don't want our road trip to go this way. We don't want to lose 3 games, 2 games, whatever. We've already lost this one. We want to win the rest. So you try to pretend like you're starting, that the old coach is saying the score is 0-0, all that stuff. You take that, you embody that, and you take that mentality on. And that seems like what Arizona's done. It seems like they've tried to restart their road trip here mentally, and so far they've done a good job with it.
5:04 remaining in the first period here. 1-0 Arizona leads on Friday night. Buffs send it deep into the corner. And the Wildcats here have done a really good job. Colorado has possessed the puck, but they've kept Colorado to the boards. Not many chances in the slot. And here come the Wildcats again. This time it'll be Brian Hogan. Hogan will lose it to Salvato, who will pick off the pass. And RJ will put it in behind for Hefter. Hefter looking for options, sees Gruber. Carter will come play it to the corner. But, this forecheck, especially by Robbie Wilkinson so far, has been relentless for the Wildcats. That's why they scored that opening goal. Was a really good forecheck that led to a miscue from the Colorado D. And I know that head coach Chad Berman goes back and watches all these games. Chad Berman, head coach of the Wildcats.
Yep.
I think he'll be happy with the opening goal.
Yeah, I think so. It was a good play by Arizona. They, like you said, they just did a good job making sure that they kept Colorado off balance, didn't let Colorado set anything up, and it was just a sloppy play by the Buffs that gave them the opportunity, and they capitalized on it. And that's all you can ask as a coach. You can't ask your players to score every time they touch the puck. You can just ask that they capitalize on good opportunities, or they at least give themselves a good look to capitalize, and that's what Arizona did, and it worked out for them.
4:09 remaining in our opening period. Played to Jarman. Jarman will get it out to Adams, who will take a shot through traffic. Wilson got enough of that one to steer it aside as Wigton will play it in from the corner. Looks out to the blue line, sees Dora, cycles it back into the corner instead for Jarman. Jarman will play with it. Looks out Palanch, who's there. It's played off Wilson. Rebound hangs out into the slot. It'll be picked up and brought the other way by the Wildcats. To center it goes Matt Reed, and he'll dump it in and go off for a change. Kyle Griffin will get there first, and Griffin, who had the opening goal, has played a very good first period of hockey. Seriously, unbelievable. He's played very well.
He's motivated.
He came out of the locker room motivated. You see guys do that sometimes. They just get up for a game, and he got up for this game. Jarman will play it into the corner. And really good team hockey from the Wildcats. It's really fun to watch them play. They really move the puck around well. And we talked about their forecheck as well. Picked off by Jarman. Jarman will carry it out to center ice. Jarman, who had a good goal against Mercyhurst a week ago. Looking to get the scoring going as we head to Nationals. a month away from Nationals in Chicago, Illinois this year. The hometown of Luke Coyne. I was talking to Coyner, and Coyner will actually make a play there right at center ice. A good play by Coyne. And Coyne was saying he's really excited at the prospect of going home for Nationals, and how cool that'd be to go home and get a play in front of his friends and family.
Yeah, and that's always a special time when you can do that because, a lot of these guys, once you get to this college level, they go out of state, they travel, they do all these things. So it's a special moment when you can play in front of your friends and family, and hopefully they can make it to the game. You never know. Maybe they're not there, but it's always a special time for players, and that can happen.
Wrapped up on the draw by Bradford. He'll play it out to the blue line. A big shot from Kardash goes just wide of the post, and Wilson will jump on top of that one.
Not sure if he broke his stick or if he just maybe didn't get the exact contact he wanted on that. Looks like he might be trying to change out his stick because it was a huge windup, but less than what you'd want to see from a windup that big in terms of shot speed and accuracy. So
I think there's a crack in his stick.
Yeah, he's kind of playing with it. So I think that was an equipment malfunction, unfortunately for him, but he had a good look. So
he'll hand it to the equipment manager, Dakota Wiggins, and Dakota will take a look at it, but Cards will be getting a new stick on his next shift, I'll tell you that. It was weird because, Kardash has got such a good shooting arc. He gets low down to the puck. He really gets some mustard on it. And when it comes off funny like that, you think, no way.
Yeah.
No way that came off clean.
And you usually know it's an equipment malfunction, stick breaking, for example, or just didn't get the exact contact you wanted, which is probably rarer than the equipment break. So that's what we're going to go with, and we suspect that it looked like that was probably the case.
Poked away by Riddell. Will be held up along the boards and scooped up by Olsen. Olsen will cross ice and out to center. Looks like Riddell got enough of that one to alter it, and the referee's going to blow his whistle, and he'll call a high stick. Minute 53 remaining in our first period of play. 1-0 Wildcats lead on Friday night at the University of Colorado Rec Center. Thanks for joining us from wherever you are around the country. Please feel free to tweet at us. We're going to have a penalty on Colorado. Looks like it's going to be against Andrew Bradford. I missed that one behind the play, but Wildcats, we get the first power play tonight, and they convert on 11.9% exactly on their power play, so not stellar, but they can get it done once in a while. Looks like it'll be a tripping call on Bradford. Rosetta will win it back, and here we go. Wildcats on the power play here. Again, Bradford off 2 minutes tripping. Minute 44 remaining in the period. Shot on net, kick save by Champagne. Rebound goes off the side of the net on the second shot. Scooped up by Hefter, and Hefter will get this one out to center. Burkemper will chase it down. If he could get a turnover there, he had a 2-on-1 with Bauer. Brought back, though, from Brian Hogan. Hogan will hand her through center ice. He'll look right at Pilkington and dump it around the boards. Off the backboards, it'll bounce right to John Hogan. And all the Hogans. And the Buffs will send it down the length of the ice. Derek, great job on the PA announce right there. You nailed it.
We're going back and forth and making sure mics are turned on and not turned on, and I don't even know.
This is awesome. I love college broadcasting, Derek.
I do too. It's a good time. Where else in the world are you going to get this opportunity?
Nowhere.
Exactly.
Minute remaining in the first. Power play remains for another minute and 3 seconds for the Wildcats. Will carry over if they don't score. Shot on net, saved by Champagne. Rebound through the wickets is played out by George Gruber. A good play by George VII. There you go.
Yeah.
I got that wrong. George VII.
The seventh. That's why we're 7.
Last year at tryouts when he made the team, he went to Coach Knightenbach and said, Coach, I'd really like to wear 7. And he said, why? He said, I am George Gruber the 7th. And he says, well, you're number 7, it looks like. Played in behind. Dora will push the pile along with 24 seconds remaining in the period, 30 on that power play. To the blue line, it'll go from Drasner. Drasner will walk across and lose it to Gruber, and Gruber will carry it out with Nitchin. Nitchin heading up the ice. Wants to make a play here, shorthanded. Here comes Nitchin. Nitchin will wheel off at the circle, looking for a pass. 9 seconds remaining, shoots it just wide of the near side, and this one will come off into the corner. After it will come Griffith, and he will skate out the clock. So that'll do it for our first period of play. After 20 minutes, Arizona leads 1-0 over Colorado. A Kyle Griffin goal is all we have in the first 20. So the Buffs will go to the locker room down by a goal, and they're looking for answers right now, unable to get the offense going.
Yeah, but I think Coach Ballard, we've talked about this in the pregame a little bit. between you and me off air here, but we know that Coach Ballard's a good coach. He's going to come up with something. I'm sure he's cooking up some ideas in his head right now. He looks like he's kind of focused on what he might be saying, thinking about what he might say to the guys in the locker room. So I'm sure he's got some ideas, and we'll see how they adjust. That's been the key for them this kind of second half of the second semester, I guess.
Yeah.
Sort of second half of the season, but not quite exactly halfway.
Close enough, right?
Yeah, we'll count it. But it's, Colorado's just had to make adjustments. We've talked about some of the injuries and the guys that have gone down, and Pilkington having to kind of take a defensive role instead of a forward role, which he's more used to. And so some of these slight adjustments, you make enough of those, and they mount up, and eventually you're just going to have to figure out, okay, well, what's the one more adjustment we need to make to get this going? And I think that's where Colorado's at right now. So we'll see what they adjust in the halftime or the halftime. I did that again. I did that last week too.
Dude, you and I have been working a lot on lacrosse.
We're gearing up. We're trying to figure things out. But at this intermission, we'll see what they adjust, and we'll see how they come out and play.
So we are going to step aside. Before we do, though, a reminder, Colorado and Colorado State will play at the Pepsi Center in Denver on February the 25th. That's a Thursday night. Tickets are on sale right now. You can go online, www.avstix.com/showdown 2016, and you get your tickets to the Rocky Mountain Showdown, Buffs and Rams, as well as a free ticket to a future Colorado Avalanche game. You can select from one of 5 games that you want to go to. So make sure to go online and check that out. Again, www.avstix.com/showdown 2016. Also, $5 from your ticket will be given back to the University of Colorado hockey program.
Which is huge.
That helps us personally and not personally.
Yeah.
We're going to step aside, but alongside Derek Michelson, I'm Joe Paris. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. Here, why don't we'll put the camera on the clock. We didn't have time to make the full graphic package tonight, so I'm sorry. But we'll be back in about 15 minutes of play. Wildcats lead 1-0 over Colorado. Make sure to send your tweets during the intermission at CU Buffs Hockey.
Or to us.
At Joe Paris or at _D Mickelson. We'll put the graphic up, Derek. Why not? It's up.
It's already up. I was ahead of
Kaboom!
you. It's been up for a minute, Joe.
A real hot second. We're going to step aside. We'll be right back. You're tuned in to University of Colorado Hockey on livestream.com, presented to you by Radio 1190, KVCU Boulder, the AM Revolution. I almost got through that. It's a lot of words. We'll be right back. Oh, my goodness. Oh, boy. Derek, that was hilarious.
That was pretty good.
This is why you got to come to the game, folks. I was just doing hilarious things at the game. So come to the game, unless you're in Arizona, in which case that is a long drive.
But it'd still be fun to see the Arizona fans.
It would. If you guys make it to the
a
game.
Fan rivalry going on, that'd be pretty fun.
Maybe we get a fight in the parking lot like that one time when we went to Cheyenne. That was cool. Anyways.
Joe Paris taking it next level for you.
I'm the world champion. I have a belt to prove it.
He does.
Thank you.
It's plastic, but
well, okay.
Minor details.
Let's talk hockey, Derek.
Let's do that, Joe.
Buff shorthanded here to start the period, only for 3 more seconds. Wildcats will win the draw and wrap it around the boards, and we're back to even strength. Welcome back to Boulder. 1-0 Wildcats lead, just underway here in the second from the University of Colorado Rec Center. Jake Bauer will burst onto the scene, comes out to Burkember, takes a shot, and it got deflected as his stick goes. No, not his stick. The defenseman's stick goes flying into the corner. Hefter will go back and forth now with Bauer. Looks for Nitchin. Takes a shot off the leg of Hogan. Now back to Hefter. Walks over to Pilkington. Pilks will look towards the corner now for Burkemper. Burkemper will take a shot there from Osmond. And he's down in the corner. Looks to be all right, though, as he'll be carried out to center by Bauer. Bauer's got to wait for Burkemper to clear. And he'll find Pilkington. Just underway, second period of hockey. Friday night, 1-0 Wildcats over the Buffs. Joe Paris alongside Derek Michelson here. Coming to the end of our broadcasting careers. We only got 2 more games left, Derek, and then we are done. With hockey. Then we'll be back for lacrosse in March. Hefter back and forth for Pilkington. Pilkington looking through some shooting lanes. That one goes off the side of the goal. Mom goal.
Yeah, in fact, we had a couple reactions. We'll explain the mom goal at next intermission here, or next break.
Next stoppage, yeah. Oh, the mom goal. That was the first thing Derek ever taught me. Back along now with Bauer. Bauer into the corner. Back and forth to Pilkington. Pilkington looks to Hefter. Hefter's got a shooting lane. Rotates back to Pilkington. Takes a shot. Bounces free, and it got the piece of Wilson's glove into the corner. Kept alive, though, by Hefter at the blue line. Burkemper on the backside, looking for Bauer. Takes a shot, and it goes off the blocker and into the netting and out of play. Derek, what's a mom goal?
A mom goal. All right, so the mom goal is when you take a shot, hits the side of the net moves, and maybe, like in hockey especially, you see the water bottle maybe jostle slightly. And so what you do is you get fan reactions because sometimes it's hard to keep track of the puck. And so if you're not commonly at games and things like that, it's hard to keep track sometimes. And so a lot of fans will just kind of judge their reactions based on how inanimate objects on the ice react. Meaning, the puck hitting the net, a lot of times if it's on the inside, you'll see the net move the same way, so a lot of people think it's a goal. And so that is the mom goal. It's not quite a goal, but it's close to a goal, so it's the mom goal.
Face-off one and wrapped in around the boards. This one will be flipped out to center ice and into the netting and out of play. I know I've already talked about this probably 3 times, but during the intermission, even more people showed up. Derek, all our friends are here. Even Ryan's here.
Ryan is here.
Ryan Fay is here.
It's like a first to get Ryan Fay back in the rec center. That man used to run this building practically.
No, he
haven't
did run
seen
the
him
building
for like years.
Then he graduated. And everything went to.
I think he's doing he's a lab tech, I believe. Actually, he's still in school, but
he is.
Yeah.
I
think he's a senior. He's with us though.
Probably should return the graduation card.
He's on his way out. Yeah. Well,
or maybe I'll hold on to it till May.
Yeah, maybe.
Dorr will scoop it off into the corner. 17:50 remaining in the second period of play. Still 1-0. Cats lead the Buffs. Salvato looking for that stretch pass. Can't connect with Gruber at the blue line. It'll be left alive, though, by O'Dea. Picked off, though, by Salvato, and back and forth they go. Ping pong through center. That one actually misses everything and should go for an icing call. And it will be icing on Colorado. 17.5 to go. Second period of play. Interesting pace. Very interesting pace.
A lot of skating, but not a ton actually happening, if that makes sense, Joe. It's a lot of guys going up and down the ice, but nobody actually really doing a lot to create anything right now. There's been a couple opportunities, but so far it's just been a lot of kind of trying to set yourself up, but nobody's actually quite gotten to that point. So both teams are going to look to try to do that, but they're starting to get their skates underneath them in the second period here.
Dora will park in behind the net of Champagne, and Colorado will start the breakout. First pass is to Salvato. Second one is a stretch pass intended for Gruber. Just misses the stick, and it wasn't deflected, so they'll call icing again, and we'll go back and do it again.
Colorado doing a better job attacking the zone, though, and trying to get into kind of more of the offensive zone. This period so far, it's still early, so it might have just been a reminder. It might have been an actual adjustment that Coach Ballard made, but Colorado doing a better job at that so far. We'll see if that can turn into something for them, but first things first, they got to stop icing the puck because Arizona's getting a couple chances off some faceoffs like we just saw there.
Played out to center ice now to John Hogan. Picked away, though, by Carter. Carter walks into the zone and ran into Brian Hogan, or otherwise he would have had a really nice drive to the net. Buffs finally get the change, though. They get a new 5 out on the ice. Through center, picked up by Carter. And that's actually Luke Carter's brother. His brother playing at Arizona. Luke playing for Colorado. I believe they did have a matchup down in Tucson. So first time in Colorado, the Carter brothers will go at each other. Wigton dropped for Kardash and a shot and a save by Wilson. But Eric Kardash unloading. That's what the slap shot should look like from Eric Kardash.
Yeah, and the one critique, if you will, from that slap shot was Wilson saw it the whole way in. There was no disguising that. Everybody knew what was coming. So that was one of those, like, who's going to beat the puck to where it's going? Is it going to be Kardash going to beat the goalie, or is it the goalie's going to be in the right spot? And sure enough, that one goes against Kardash, Arizona's favor. But Colorado at least having a better look than they've had at a couple points in this game so far in this period. So it looks like some of those adjustments Coach Ballard made at halftime. There I go again. At intermission.
You get a job at the Pepsi Center and you forget all your sports terminology.
Yeah, which is funny because that's the place where you really need it too. Yeah. But looks like some of those adjustments at intermission are working.
Here comes Palanchik flying into the zone. He'll circle off at the circle, leads out to Kardash. He'll play it off the arm of Griffin, and it'll come out to center for the Wildcats. Deflected straight up into the air and carried in by Zona. Left in by Armenti on the backside looking for a pass. Nobody home for it. Corralled by Griffin. Griffin, who's got the lone goal of this contest back early in the first period. Jarman from the corner will absorb some contact. Played right by his feet. Spinning around and playing it forward was Olsen. Nobody home, though, on the near side, so Kardash will carry out to center ice. He'll flip it all the way down into the corner. Palanchik will skate after it. Meeting him there will be Poynton. 15 and a half to go here in the second period of play. 1-0. Pilkington will make a play as Doyle will send it in from the far side. Riddell will come to tally it on to Hefter. Hefter will lop that one off the boards and behind. To the corner it'll go. Doyle, though, will chase after it. Gets enough of that one to keep it alive. Doyle will circulate back into the corner looking for Bradford. Left in the corner again. Griffith battling in along with Doyle. Finally slides past Griffith into Bradford. Bradford using his body to create some space. Corrals the puck near at the circle. Good suspension of possession here. Suspension? I don't think that's a word, but who cares? Sustained possession. Now Hefter back and forth to Pilkington. Through some traffic, deflected down. Never made it through to the goaltender. And Olsen will play it out to center ice. Pilkington, though, will immediately stick check it away. And stretch pass intended for Riddell will hit his stick. Actually, I think it deflected off the side of it. Took a bad bounce.
Yeah, and it was just a complicated play. The official, or the lines judge, was right there kind of on top of it and didn't give Riddell a lot of room to work. So that was a little bit unfortunate for the Buffs because it was a really good chance had he been able to kind of receive that puck cleanly. But sometimes those things just happen. You got to play around them. And lucky break for Arizona, I think, on that one. We'll see if Colorado can maybe get another opportunity to do something similar.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Radio 1190 KVC Boulder. Check them out in the Boulder, Denver area on your AM radio, AM 1190. Your home for University of Colorado sports and news. That's what we call a plug.
That is, yeah.
Yeah, we got that in.
Should I give you the other hashtag shameless plug again?
Well, no, they are the sponsor of this broadcast just because I work there.
Yeah.
That's why they are the sponsor of this broadcast. Pilkington will take it through center ice. We'll get another plug at the next whistle. You're going to love it.
All right.
Pilkington will handle through some traffic. A kick and a save by Wilson to the corner. It'll go to Nitchin. That was a weird play. It might have even been called back as it was soccered at Wilson. He made the save. Meanwhile, Hefter back and forth with Pilkington. This pair has been looking really good here tonight. Nitchin will recoil at the circle. In through some traffic. It's left off in the stick and out to center ice to Hefter.
You know, I think that would have gone as a goal, actually, Joe, because nobody actually made a kicking motion. It just kind of deflected awkwardly off a skate. That was kind of already there. And that's one of those where as long as you don't actually swing your leg like a soccer-style kick, it's, of course, official discretion, but I think that one probably would have counted.
Big check on the far side. Burkemper dumped him, but he's going to get a penalty as the goaltender trying to skid off the ice is going to have to play it. Wilson will leave it there. Recoiling will be Osment. So a delayed penalty on Colorado. This will be the second power play of the night. As John Nitchin, I thought, touched it up.
A couple times,
yeah. You'll get the third call there as we will go again shorthanded for Colorado with 13:02 remaining in the second period. 0 for 1 on the night for the Wildcats on the power play on the year, converting about 12% of the time. Colorado defensively really good on the PK. 93.1% of the time they kill off the man disadvantage. Hey fans, make sure to get your tickets to Colorado versus Colorado State down at the Pepsi Center in Denver on Thursday, February 25th. Go online right now, www.avstix.com/showdown2016. That's AVSTIX/showdown2016. Perks of your ticket, $5 will be given back to the University of Colorado program, and you also get a free ticket to a future Avalanche game. If you're wondering, the Avs are in the playoff race right now, so that's a good deal. But you don't have to tell me twice because I'll be there anyways. Broadcasting the game. Those of you wondering, we will be broadcasting the game, and it will be a NHL Network broadcast quality game down in Denver. We're pulling out all the bells and whistles. We're going to even have intermission reports and interviews.
From the hallways, too.
Oh, from the hallways, just like altitude. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be the best day ever. Not bad. Not bad. Thursday, February 25th, Pepsi Center, Denver. Be there. Shot on net. Save. Rebound. Oh, it goes off the post. Oh, boy, that one almost snuck in, but it hit enough of the post to go wide. Slapshot goes wide off of a leg. I think it hit Bauer. Gruber along the outside. 1 minute and 7 seconds remaining here shorthanded. Our Colorado. 12:06 remaining in the period. But the Wildcats are swarming. Shot through some traffic off the stick of Carter will go into the chest of Champagne, and Dora will collect that one and send it down the length of the ice. Bus will get a much-needed change with 48 ticks remaining on the power play for the Wildcats. That one a narrow miss for the Wildcats. My goodness, if that would have hit a different angle of the post, it could have been 2-0. Dumped into the zone by Brian Hogan. He'll go after it as Champagne will beat him to it. He'll wrap it around the boards. Played off back and forth. Kardash down low trying to fish it out. It'll be recoiled back to John Hogan. Touched along now to Rosetta. Back and forth to Hogan. It'll go. Carter looks like he got a piece of that one. He'll deliver a check at the blue line. Through the slot. The puck will slide. Kardash goes down. Does get it to Salvato. And Salvato will send it down the length of the ice. Carter will skate after it as Rosetta and him will meet up in the corner. Wilson will come out of his crease to play it. 5 seconds remaining on the power play for Zona, so it looks like Colorado will kill this one off. Indeed, they will. Here comes Carter. He'll enter the zone 1-on-4. Shot on net. And a save by Austin Wilson. Wilson on the air, the most solid goaltender out of the pack of Wildcats. He and Garrett Patrick have been splitting some time. We saw Garrett Patrick last year, and he gave Colorado 2 really good games here in Boulder exactly a year ago.
Yep.
No, he gave him 1 good game because we had ASU. No, I can't remember.
I believe it was 1.
I think he only had 1 because we went down there and played them twice there. Yeah, so there you go. A save by Wilson. Rebound isn't corralled as it's shuffled out of the corner. That's right. We had ASU twice last year at home.
And I don't think he realized he wasn't on top of that because he just kind of laid on the ice for a minute, and Colorado had a really good opportunity. We're going to get a hand pass here, I believe.
Matt Upter dunked it over the defenseman.
Forgot what sport he was playing.
Dude, he wants to be in the dunk contest.
He heard me say halftime a couple times, and he got confused. So I'll take that one. That's on me.
It's fine. His mom's sitting right in front of us.
Yep.
I think she's laughing. Yeah, she's laughing, it looks like. Oh, boy. Anything else to plug, Derek? Check out Derek's new book called The Life and Times of Derek Mickelson.
Not actually a book.
Online at Amazon.au. It's only available in Australia or Austria.
Neither, actually.
I ordered a book from Russia this week.
What could you have possibly ordered?
Doesn't matter. Witten's in the corner. We'll talk about it at the next break.
All right.
I just want to talk to fans about ordering things from Russia. It's a very sketch if you do it the way I did. Pilkington back and forth into the corner. No one said it was going to be strictly a hockey broadcast. We just said there'd be a broadcast.
It's true.
Got some military Dolphins to talk about too, Derek.
Not again, Joe.
Not again. All right, fine. Wigton will keep it alive. He'll backhand it away. It'll be picked up and brought out by Roy Grandov. Grandov will send it down the length of the ice. Not far enough to be an icing call. It'll be played off the boards by Pilkington. Touched in from center. After, though, will corral it as he had Brian Hogan racing down on him. Out comes Jarman. Jarman takes a shot and will be gloved out of the air by Austin Wilson, who's played very solid here tonight. Wilson looking good. And he's been tested.
Yeah, a couple times. He's gotten Colorado's had some good looks at him, and he's been up to the challenge so far. It's going to be interesting to see if he can keep that up, though. That's one of the things Colorado does a relatively good job at, is just peppering goalies with shots throughout games. And as those tally up, a lot of times one or two sneak in, so it's going to be interesting to see, if he can have this good of a game consistently the whole game, or if he shows a moment or two of weakness.
Puck left there dangerously in the slot. A good rush. It's carried on now by O'Dea. He takes a spill, goes down to the ice. Puck will slide through. Doyle will pick it up as Riddell deferred, and Doyle will have it bang off a skate, so Bradford will have to backhand this one all the way down the length into the corner. Riddell, though, a nice job trying to rough the man up. Creates a turnover as Doyle will corral it from the blue line. Picked off, though, by the Wildcats, and out the other way will come Matthew Amenti.
Colorado's got to start winning some of these battles on the boards, Joe. That's one thing they've seen them struggling with here, whether it be in the corner or just along the straight boards, anything like that. They've had some problems getting that puck, and if they do come away with it, generally it's one chip or one attempted pass that turns into a turnover. This one working for him. But
here's Bradford, toe drag in, and it's taken away at the last second. Anthony Rosetta tackled him, and he and Bradford are still mixed up on the crease as they'll go back and forth. Bradford looking for a call as his pants are covered in snow. Dora will hit an outside pass to Riddell. Riddell will touch it on in the corner and go off for a change. Bradford frustrated there. He felt like he was tackled football style.
Yeah, you can't worry about the call from the official, though. You got to continue to play, and unfortunately, sometimes if you get a little too worried about what the official needs to be doing, a lot of times you forget what you need to be doing, and it seemed like he had kind of resigned himself to getting a call on that, and could have potentially had, it wouldn't have been a great look. It would have been kind of as he was falling, but could have had a look there that I think they passed up on. That's one opportunity you can't really get back, so unfortunate for Colorado.
Anthony Rosetta took quite a shot from Chris Bergkemper, by the way, and those two had words too. You can see Rosetta a little slow to get off the ice. He was made part of the glass on that play. Berkey not taking any mercy. Bauer will handle over the line with Nitchin and Bergkemper. He'll leave it there dangerously.
Off, yep.
And the referee will say that came over the line as Coyne unable to hold the zone.
I'm going to agree with him on that one. That definitely did pop over that blue line, so Colorado needed to clear the zone, wasn't able to do it, and came in off sides.
I couldn't tell, honestly. 7:45 remaining here in the second period of play. 1-0. Only goal of the game in the first, Derek. It's a low-scoring contest.
Yeah, physicality definitely picking up in this period. That's kind of Colorado's hallmark, though. It seems like they always pick up the physicality in the second period, and they've definitely done that here. Arizona hitting them right back, though. There's no shortage of hits on Arizona's end, so that's going to be something that we'll see how that plays out, if that progresses, if they kind of mellow out a little bit, but it'll be something to keep an eye on here.
Physicality definitely picking up. You can tell these two teams are finally, they felt each other out, and now they're ready to go to battle. And Arizona with a 1-0 lead looks like Robbie Wilkinson was also getting into it with Bergkemper there on the near side of your screen. And actually, it makes sense because Bergkemper, he played at Arizona State before transferring to Colorado. As it comes into the zone, Osmond takes a shot, rebound, played off into the corner. But for Bergkemper, who played at Arizona State alongside Alex Temby, who is sidelined here tonight, Wildcats very familiar with that rivalry. Into the zone for Gruber. Gruber will be pushed off the puck at the last second by Segeli. Gruber along the far side sees Hefter. Instead he'll backhand it over to Bauer. Bauer looking across. Hefter takes a shot through traffic. And a glove save into the chest of Austin Wilson. But it is interesting that they're keying in on Bergkemper now. I mean, easy to forget he played at ASU last year, but I'm sure very few of the Wildcats forget that.
Yeah, I'm sure very few of them forget it, but he's been a productive buff, Joe, and that's you want to key in on those guys, because if you let any of them get loose, some of the productive guys on Colorado's roster, that's where you can end up in a world of hurt. And so Arizona doing a good job. I don't think it's so much that it's the ASU U of A rivalry still with them, but I think it's more of he's had a good year here in Colorado, and so they want to make sure he feels out of his element and not as comfortable on the ice.
Dangerous play. Gruber almost went knee to knee with Matt Reed. Narrowly avoided that. Held up in the neutral zone. Carried in over the line by Carter. And looks like he's offsides behind the play. I can't tell who it is. I think it might have been Matt Reed who was stuck in the zone. Correction, that's actually Sean Gruenhagen. 6:09 remaining in the second period of play. Still 1-0. What is this?
This is hockey, Joe. Sometimes you get these games, those
sports.
Grind them out games.
They're playing your song.
Are they?
Looking for adventure.
Is that dude?
Born to be.
You decided that was my song?
By your song, I meant that's my song. It's weird if I say, that's my song.
All right, well, fair enough. Joe, they were playing your song.
Playing my song. They play Hotline Bling. Now, that is your song.
Why is that my song? That's not my song.
I thought it was your song.
No, I don't like that song that much.
Oh, okay. We'll pick a song. We'll get the Twins to play it. Alex and Zach, they run the penalty box. And they are identical, and I can never tell them apart unless they're actually wearing their name tags, which is great because when we're with them, they do have to wear their name tags because they work here.
Well,
That's a true confession, Derek. I've known them for 3 years. I can't tell them apart still for the most part.
Well, you got to work with them for a semester. That's what I did, and I figured it out pretty quick.
They'll never go back and watch this, but shout out to the Thompsons.
Yep.
My friends. Corralled by the Wildcats, literally nobody at home could care less. Played off the boards. Adams will skate after it. This is like the last time we'll be able to do stuff like this on a broadcast.
It is, yep.
Tackle fight down in the corner. I can't tell who's mixed up. Adams is one of them. His cage came off. Meanwhile, Trent Edwards will enter the zone. Got some space. Edwards take a shot just wide of the outside corner. And Adams will deliver a big check. Matt Reed will be the first one to the puck. Palanchik and him will go shoulder to shoulder. Just hit escape on the keyboard, Derek. There you go. It's my screensaver. Kept into the corner. Charles James, a one-timer set up in the slot for Griffith. Floated into the corner. Trickles in towards the net. Collected in by Griffith. He'll look into the slot. Touched by Doyle. On comes Grandoff. In behind Good possession here, though, for the Wildcats with 4.5 to go. Finally picked off by Palanchik. Out to Wigton. Touchdown now to Doyle. They've got some speed and numbers. Here's Doyle into the zone. Takes a shot. Gloved out of the air by Wilson. Wilson! It's a movie reference.
It is, yes.
It's funny. It's pop culture.
Colorado's giving him a lot of easy saves right now, and that's something you don't always want to do as a hockey team, because if you get those goalies in that mindset where they feel like they're kind of invincible, they feel like they're a brick wall, a lot of times that they themselves start to feel bigger in the net, and some of the guys when they're shooting might think they're a little bigger in the net as well, and makes it a little harder to sneak that puck past them. So you don't want to give them the easiest of saves like that, but
O'Dea takes a shot, but the Wildcats came over the line offsides. And, here we go. Now we got some pushing and shoving.
yeah.
Oh, there you go. Scott Folden, cameraman's going to zoom in on that. And what'd you guess? Chris Doyle getting mixed up in there. I'll have to tell his brother later. He's not going to believe me. Chris's brother Alex, a color commentator on our broadcast crew.
Yep.
Tonight he is actually directing a high school band, so he couldn't make the broadcast.
Well, that's new.
Band director Doyle.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
He's
yeah.
also getting paid to do that. And
Well,
I can't offer him any money.
Yeah, that's a plus.
Can't offer you any money.
That's right.
But I can go out and get Dark Horse with you.
We can do that.
Colorado Hockey not presented by the world-famous Dark Horse on Broadway and Baseline, but we'd love to be. If you know someone in their department, tweet at us, because that is my favorite restaurant and bar in the world. World-famous. Even people in France know about it. That's how world-famous it is.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Talking
the,
about
the
that.
Twins we're talking about, yep.
Look at that. Everything comes together.
Well,
Hockey-wise,
they literally say they're world famous.
they are world-famous. They have the sign.
Yep.
You can't make that up. It's like when every pizza joint in the world says the world's best pizza. Like, all right, well,
Actually,
who's
can't-
giving out
It's
all
called
these?
puffery, actually. It is
Oh,
protected
okay.
speech by the FTC. That's what a marketing major learns.
Brian Wilson, Austin Wilson makes the save. Brian Wilson, the head man of the Beach Boys. Oh, here comes Bradford. Oh, and he puts him on his backside. Oh, boy, Rosetta
And he's going to
not
go
happy
box.
about that. And, yeah, Brad's going to get the penalty. And the Wildcats doing exactly what they need to do, agitating Colorado, and they'll be rewarded with another. Maybe not. Looks like they're going to take O'Dea with them, too. Maybe not.
We'll have to
Just Bradford.
We'll have to wait for the update. Looks like we got a cross check.
Cross-check
from
on
Bradford.
Brad. All right, you better announce that, Derek. Derek's going to announce the penalty on the public address system. Here, listen, this is going to be great. Do it, Derek. Do it right now. Just do it. Oh, he's waiting for... Okay. 3.5 to go in the second. Welcome to the world's greatest hockey broadcast with Joe and Derek. Be a janitor next year instead of a hockey broadcaster. Unless somebody knows someone. In which case, Derek and I are fielding offers. Actively. Power play for the Wildcats. Here we go. 0 for 2 on the night. Shot on net. Saved by Champagne. Rebound. He'll scoop it right back up. It'll be Andrew Bradford in the box. 2 minutes for cross-check. Derek, do it. It's time. Oh, he's waiting because there's music going on. Oh, Derek's so good at his job. He won't play to me. Fine. Unreal. Third opportunity again on the night for Arizona. Said it twice, but why not? Third time. 12% on the year. And Nitchin will get taken down, and the Colorado bench wants a tripping call. They're not going to get it. Derek is announcing the penalty. It's great. Listen to this. Oh, I just missed it. I talked over it. All right, next time there's something.
We'll get you next time,
We'll
Joe.
get you next time. I'm going to announce, if Colorado scores a goal, Derek, I'm going to announce it.
You got it. And
And
then I'll put my headset out, and the fans at home can enjoy that.
It's going to be hilarious. And then I'm going to lose my voice like social media guru Kaylee Bryce running CU Buffs Hockey, Facebook and Twitter here tonight.
She woke up without a voice box, apparently.
She did, and we gave her a voice box, kind of like the Tin Man got a heart. I don't know. When did we do that there? We're also on like a 25, 30-second delay, so she'll hear this soon, and then she'll turn and look
That's
at
what
us.
I'm waiting for.
Her
I'm
to turn.
watching. Yeah. I think we're getting close. We're about 10 seconds away from that happening.
So hockey on the ice. Pilkington.
There we go.
There it is. Hey! Yay! So I guess we just figured out how long our delay is. But what if we were to say the F? Well, it wouldn't matter if we said the F word because we're on the internet. We could do whatever we want. Say F words all day long.
I'd rather not, though.
No, I wouldn't either. We shouldn't do that.
Probably not. Yeah.
Never done that, Derek. I've never said the F word on air.
You get a high five for that one. I haven't either. So.
But half my staff has,
on a
though.
streak.
The
Well,
radio
that's
station, half the staff has.
That's not good.
Well, it's AM radio.
Speaking of the radio station,
Radio 1190 is now a sponsor of CU Buffs hockey. Find them online at radio1190.org. 2.5 to go in the second period. Man, this flew by. 2.5 to go in the second period. 1-0. Wildcats lead Colorado. 48 seconds remaining on the power play for Arizona. These two teams will play a game tomorrow, and then later on in the month they will play in basketball. Arizona, the top of the Pac-12, alongside Oregon. Oregon dismantled Colorado last night. It was hard to watch. It's actually interesting, Derek. This is one of the only teams in the Pac-12 Colorado plays this year. Maybe the only team. Only one game against them this year. Usually you go home and home with everyone in your conference, but the Buffs only see Zona once this year here at home, so the Buffs don't have to go to Tucson.
You talking basketball?
Basketball, yes. Yeah. Still basketball.
Yeah. Yeah, that's generally it's actually...
Blanchik in, takes a shot and a glove save by Wilson.
I think that one was going to go high even if he did miss that on the glove, but it was definitely a good look. One of Colorado's better looks tonight, that's for sure.
I got taught talking about the wrong sport and missed. That was the save of the game.
Yeah.
That's not something we give away always, but with a minute 39 left in the second, that is the leader in said clubhouse. Wow. Derek's got to announce here in 5 seconds back to even strength, so Derek's going to step aside because he's the PA man and the color man. Carter will wrap it up here on the draw. Here we go. Here's Derek. That was Derek. That's great. Here comes Salvato along the boards. Back to full strength, as Derek just mentioned.
Yep, and I'm back.
And he's back. Dude, I stopped talking and I put the mic down.
I heard it. It was weird. I heard it in the stadium and through the headset, and I don't even know.
The PA guy.
Everywhere.
What happened to the PA guy? What is
he is stuck in the mountains. He went up. He went up to the mountains to enjoy some nice powder they got up there. And,
likely story.
Yeah,
probably partying at the X Games.
Yeah, well,
even though it was last week.
Yeah, that's one heck of a party if it's gone a whole week.
We actually haven't seen him in 2 weeks, so he may be missing.
He's also a Ralphie handler for the school, so he may have something going on with that as well. We don't know.
That is really cool. If you don't know what a Ralphie handler is, hold on. Gruber will take it into the zone. We'll go into the corner. We'll talk about it in a minute. Groove's in behind, leaves it in. As Gruber will go into the corner alongside O'Dea. Center and in front, loose in the slot. O'Dea will play it in between his legs. And we're going to get a penalty. I think someone, oh boy.
Fans are a little upset about that one. They think it was more of a
embellishment.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks like someone got hit in the lower body.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
That's why you wear a cup, kids.
Yep.
And if they give him a spearing penalty here, he may be done.
No, Gruber will go to the box, so he's going to stay in here. But we will have a conversation. Arizona is pretty fired up.
Yeah, Alex O'Dea is pissed off right now. The official had to forcibly push him away.
And you know what? I think they just put him in the box for it.
Yep, oh, yeah, he got one. He's going to get a penalty probably for unsportsmanlike conduct, as Coach Berman is now mounting the entrance to his bench, yelling at the officials' backs as they refuse to acknowledge him.
And this is kind of what we were talking about pregame, Joe, and a little during the first period. This is kind of what we saw last year. This is almost a replay, basically, of that game. And so this is where, the officials, they've done a pretty good job so far, but they need to make sure they stay on top of this game because these two teams, like we said, they don't like each other. And so if these guys keep letting these one or two extra hits go, this could get pretty aggressive and ugly pretty quick here.
Bert Kemper at center ice having a conference with Dylan Carter. Referee explaining something as now two officials will go talk to Coach Berman with 58.3 seconds remaining in the second period. 1-0 Zona leads. We've had a scoreless period through 19 minutes and 2 seconds.
Going to wait for the Twins across the rink. They're the ones getting the word from the officials. They're going to text us what's going on right now so we can inform the people at home. Just waiting on that to come in, though.
Gruber's actually asking him what he got. I think they're going to give him interference. Slash?
I believe. But I don't know. Like I said, we'll wait for the official call. I think I just got the text. So, yes, we're going to get a slash for Gruber. And then Arizona, we did get an unsportsmanlike.
So we should go 4-on-4 if
But it's going to be no. They just said it's Arizona power play for some reason. Not sure exactly why.
Oh, he might have gotten a 10. He might have gotten a 10 and a 2, which
they would have put it on the board though. Still,
he could have just gotten a 10. Sometimes the misconduct just doesn't go on the board.
Okay.
So it will be 5-on-4 for Arizona. So this will be their 4th power play, 0 for 3 on the night. They do lead 1-0 with 58.3 seconds remaining here in the period. If they could add one here late, that would really put the hurt on Colorado. Coyne will play it all the way down the length of the ice. Wilson will come out of his net to play it. Just like that, oh boy, that was a high hit, and that's going to fire up the Buffs bench. Oh boy, you can feel what's coming here, Derek. Bauer will play it out to the blue line, as we talked about as the game was getting started. These teams do not like each other. They historically have not liked each other, no matter what pairing it's been, D1, D2, D3 over the years. Arizona and Colorado have had, one of my favorite rivalries. Here comes Chris Burkemper in shorthanded. Berkey will get wrapped up, and he gets dragged down, and that'll be a penalty as Rosetta dragged him down. We'll get a penalty on the play, and we'll go 4-on-4. The Colorado bench sarcastically clapping their hands. You may remember, folks, a few years ago, 2 years ago to be exact, the final game of the regular season, second to last, final game of the regular season, Arizona and Colorado went to overtime. And that was actually the first broadcast we ever had, Derek. First time I called a game on the stream online. That ended in a clearing brawl, and it was awesome. That was a very good fight that night. There was a lot of suspensions handed out. I'm trying to remember who got wrapped up in that fight for Colorado. During the intermission, we will go look.
Yeah, and Joe, just an update. So I misread the text a little bit, so I figured out why that unsportsmanlike didn't go up on the board. There was actually a matching unsportsmanlike penalty. There was one also called on Gruber. So Gruber had a slashing penalty and an unsportsmanlike, and then it was also an unsportsmanlike for Alex O'Day. And this recent one here was for hooking.
So a hooking penalty on the Wildcats. We'll go 4-on-4. Time set to run out here as we'll count down 3-2-1. And that is the end of our second period of hockey in Boulder. Through 40 minutes of play, 1-0. Arizona leads Colorado, the only goal, an early one in the first. Teams will exchange pleasantries as they start to go off the ice. Derek will make his announcement to the audience as he will rejoin us now. Derek?
Yes.
What an interesting period. It was it got interesting there at the end. It got physical.
Yeah, physicality definitely picked up. That's, like we said, kind of the hallmark of Colorado hockey, at least here at home anyway, is picking up that physicality in the second period, trying to kind of impose themselves on the opposing team. A lot of times that can intimidate guys. They might, not play quite as tough because they'll remember those hits as they try to slash through the slot. But unfortunately, it didn't really work for Colorado. Arizona hit right back, and that got Colorado a little upset, got them in some penalty trouble. They've been pretty historically good at killing some of those penalties this year, but they're playing with fire if they keep doing it, that's for sure.
So we will step aside at the end of 40 minutes of play. Colorado trails 1-0. Folks, strap in. It's going to be a wild ride as this game's getting physical. What's going on, Peebo? How you doing? Alex Palumbo here in the broadcast area. Peeves, you want to put the headset on? You want to put the headset on? You want to talk? Want to talk about the game? All right, Alex Palumbo's going to put a headset on. Here we go. You're going to get Peeves on the broadcast. Colorado goaltender Alex Palumbo now joining us. Alex, this game's getting physical. I know you'd love to be out there for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to be out there.
Arizona and Colorado, they never get along well. Remember, I guess your freshman year, the game at the end of the year ended with a clearing brawl in the corner.
Yeah.
Who fought in that game? Do you remember? Oh, we're going to look at the camera. Cool.
Absolutely, yeah.
Maybe Pierce remembers. Pierce, do you remember who fought at the end of the Colorado-Arizona game your freshman year? Was it Riddell? It might have been Pierce. I can't remember, but there was a really good fight at the end of the Colorado-Arizona game, and that really escalated things. So,
I think Riddell might have been a part of it.
I know Hurley was.
Hurley definitely was. Trying to think of who else was a part of that. Maybe Grush?
Oh, Nate Grush.
I think Nate Grush might have been a part about that. Yeah, Nate.
I know Bruce was part of stuff all night.
Yeah, Mick is always a part of something. Yeah.
He and Nighty, they had just transferred in.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Nightenbach might have been a part of that. He had just transferred here. God, that was so long ago. It's kind of hard to remember.
2 years ago. I can't remember. Yeah, it was something you did.
Yeah.
You were on the ice that night. That was a fun game.
Kind of black out those games, you know.
It was an overtime loss. It was, yeah.
No. Nervousness sets in, and I kind of black out a little bit, you know. I don't remember everything that happened.
A lot of goalies will say that. Some goalies will say they don't remember anything until they get into the locker room.
Yeah, no, it's all a blur, especially heat of the moment when you're making saves and kind of putting yourself out there. It's pretty tough, and you forget a lot of it.
Yeah.
Just get caught up in the play.
You've had a hot start to the semester, getting 2 big wins for the Buffs so far. Feeling good getting back out there?
Oh, it feels incredible getting back out there. I missed it so much, and I just couldn't wait to play my first game. My first game was against Minot. It was a big game, and I felt like I played pretty well, and we got the win. And
yeah, you beat the number 1 team in the country. Not
number
bad.
1 team in the country. Not a bad start to the season. So yeah, I was pretty okay with it.
Well, Peeps, I'll let you go, but before I do, what do you think about the rest of this one? I mean, a 1-0 game, getting physical.
1-0 game, getting physical. We got some penalties going on. Refs are calling some stuff, and I think we got this though. I got faith in the boys, and we're trying to keep that number 8 rank and try to go up from there. So hopefully we pull this game out and get the win, so we'll see.
All right, with Alex Palumbo, I'm Joe Paris. We're going to step aside. Colorado trails 1-0 after 2 periods of play. We'll be back in 13 minutes and 1 second for the 3rd period. Don't go anywhere. Beautiful. You're tuned into Colorado Hockey. Thanks, Peeps. That was awesome.
All right, we're going to hear Joe call the bus back. Colorado taking a little extra time to get out of the locker room, and I think they did kind of a players-only meeting. It looked like their Joe, the coaches were out on the bench a little earlier than the players. But
all that work, PA announcing. Did you hear me? How'd I do?
We did you would have to ask the fans at home.
How'd I do?
We'll have them tweet in. Here you go. Here's where you can tweet at us.
Tweet in. How did I do? Out of 10, you could like a Yelp review. Would recommend. Would not recommend. Like Indian food, like, oh, this Indian food was great. I would recommend it. Or like bad Indian food. This was bad Indian food. I wouldn't recommend it.
Yep.
So anyways, how was your intermission?
All right, we went inside, got a little warm for a minute.
We watched a little gymnastics.
We did, yeah. We saw a little
Pac-12 gymnastics.
BYU and Utah going at it.
Yes, and in lacrosse, Utah Valley beat Grand Canyon University.
That's a big one.
Huge upset. Number 1 team in the country goes down on the first day of the season. Anarchy. So anyways, we'll start the period 4-on-4. Gruber in the box for another minute and 2 seconds. And Rosetta will be in the box for another minute 46, so the Buffs will get a 44-second power play. And they trail 1-0, so let's get it on. Burkemper will win it across back to Nitchin. Nitchin goes D to D to Matt Hefter. So 4-on-4 for another 55 seconds, and the Buffs a brief power play just underway in the 3rd period from Boulder, Colorado. Joe Paris alongside Derek Michelson, the most entertaining broadcast in all of college hockey, as voted on by me. Burkemper into the corner, will take some contact, shuffles it out to Hefter. Hefter sees a shooting lane open, instead he'll defer over to Bauer. Bauer drops from Nitchin. Nitchin tries to hit Hefter, goes in between his feet. A battle to the boards, though. It'll be played out to center by the Wildcats. On comes Dylan Carter. And they're offsides. So face-off will come into the neutral zone. 27 seconds remaining on the Gruber penalty. Minute 11 on Rosetta's. 19:25 remaining here in the 3rd period of hockey. These 2 teams will play again tomorrow. And if you're not in the area, or you're cold, or you just don't like going out, we will have a broadcast for you. And
we'll have 3 people on it.
We will. We potentially will have a 3-man broadcast. I am trying my best to make it tomorrow, but at least Derek and Alex will be here. Depends how things go in Boulder.
And your Yelp review coming in.
Oh, do I have a Yelp review coming in?
I don't know.
Oh, that'd be tight if I did. Penalty on the play. Piner will skate to the bench, so it's a late penalty on Arizona, so the Buffs will see if they can hold on to this here, and they will have a 5-on-3 depending on how long this delayed penalty will last for. Extra skater will be Palanchik. Silvato back and forth to Bauer. Gruber out of the box. So 6 skaters out there for Colorado. Delayed penalty again. Nitchin fakes a shot in down low. Bauer swarming alongside Silvato. Now RJ will walk the high slot, takes a shot through traffic, saved by Wilson. It'll be touched up by Olsen. So we will have a 5-on-3 power play for Colorado for 20 seconds, and then they'll have a standard power play following that. You can do the math, minute 40. Look at that. That worked out super well. Oh, cool. Fishbert gave me a 6. Love it. Thank you, Fish. Fishbert is the smartest guy, not only in the world, but in the ACHA. He is the guru of hockey, and he's a very nice guy on Twitter. Thanks, Fish. He gave us a 6 out of 10. Not bad. Kardash in down low, looking for Salvato. They'll go back-to-back. Big shot from Cards, misses the far side, and it'll come out to Pilkington. He'll wrap it up in around the Arizona bench as it's played on to Salvato. Takes a shot. It's a good save on the short side by Wilson. Backhanded out to Kardash. Cards will keep it. Minute 30 remaining on the 5-on-4. Cards will fake a shot. Takes a shot there, Salvato. I think it hit someone in the back as it deflects in around the corner. Pilkington will tally it on as it'll continue into the corner for Jarman. Minute 14 remaining on the power play. In the box is Roy Grandov. Pass intended for Polanchik will miss the mark. Jarman will gather around the near side boards, look towards Elliott. Handles out to Kardash. Takes a big shot and a kick save by Wilson. Another one and another save by Wilson. Unbelievable back-to-back saves by Austin Wilson. Cards a shot through traffic, another save. Rebound cleared out to center ice. This one will down all the way down. My goodness. Oh, good. Fishbird moves us up to a 7. Now we're average. Good. Now we're average. All right. Hefter will walk it back and forth. Now to Bauer. Back to Hefter with 22 on the power play. Bauer inches in. Hefter will go back and forth. Now they'll include Nitchin in their game of pass. Hefter regains. Bauer a one-timer. Oh, deflected in front by Bradford. He deflected it away, though. 6 seconds remaining on the power play. Bauer looking back and forth. Big shot from the outside is blocked off a leg. I think that hit Hogan. Hogan knows best on that one. Still alive here on the near side. Bauer takes a shot, and that one elevates. And actually, it hits the netting, but they'll finally blow the whistle. It's kind of confusing. The netting does technically hang over the glass there. Yeah. So it might have actually been in play, but once it hits the netting, it's got to be ruled dead.
Yeah, that was one of those where I think the officials were just kind of debating it over in their head and finally made the decision, but I think it was the right call. That looked like it was deflected pretty high. I would have been surprised if they would have let that keep going, but Colorado, a couple good looks on that power play. They're starting to get some opportunities. They just got to get one of them to hit the back of the net, and this game will be all tied up. So Arizona not out of the woods yet. They're going to have to keep playing hard and keep fighting. Colorado, they're going to have to keep doing the same. They've come out strong again in this period. They're going to need to hold that, though. Last period, they came out strong like we were talking about, and they kind of got a little distracted by the hitting instead of playing good, sound hockey. So have to keep an eye on that, see if that happens again and starts to develop into something, or if Colorado can keep their heads this period.
Penalty boxes are vacant. If you're looking for an available place to live, they are open.
Rent might be a little high. It is Boulder.
It is Boulder. And I'm telling you, this. Forget it. Don't even try. Airbnb. We should list the penalty boxes on Airbnb.
That'd be pretty good. I think that'd be a first.
Oh, we're back to even strength is what I meant by that cute little phrasing.
We'll call it a hockey fundraiser.
Or a Joe fundraiser. Either way. Joe wants to go to spring break fundraiser. A shot on net is off the mark from Wilkinson. This one will be played out to center ice. Arizona would be a really good place to go for spring break. You got good golf there.
Yep, nice and warm. Fun place to be. Been there quite a few times.
Yeah, I really like the place. Into the corner for Adams. Actually toured at Tucson as it's centered out to the blue line. A shot on net. Kick save by Champagne. It'll slip to the boards. Drummond will beat him there. Wrapped up in the corner. Looking out to the blue line for Armenti. Played off in down low. Rosetta will come on to play it. Rosetta was shaken up at the end of the second period. Looks to be all right out there now. Jarman with it along the boards. He'll cross it across to Adams. Looking for Riddell. Picked up. Brought in over by Hogan. Takes a shot on the backside, waiting for it with an open net. But Hefter takes it away. And that's been 3 times tonight that it's been inches away from another Arizona goal. Colorado playing with fire here tonight.
That one looked the same as the one that Arizona was actually able to score on. The turnover was a little deeper in the zone, but that same pass to the back post, it was almost the exact same pass, and it was there this time as well. That one, just like you said, just pushed a little wide. This could very easily right now be 2, if not 3-0 Arizona.
14-10 remaining in our third period of hockey from Boulder, Colorado. 1-0 on Friday night. Did want to finish saying, I toured in high school at Arizona, and I loved it. Tucson was beautiful. It was a little hot, but, I mean, it's a cool, really cool campus. I love the Bear Down. Now, it's hard to match up against the University of Colorado Rec Center, and I'm not just being excited here, but, I mean, the Tucson Rec Center, U of A Rec Center, is also really cool.
Yep. Yeah, I used to live not actually too far from there, so I've visited the campus quite a few times. But, yeah, I mean, Arizona, their players even came in today, and they were looking around and kind of had that shock and awe moment of, wow, this is where you guys actually get to come and play and enjoy free time, things like that. And they definitely were pretty surprised at the facility here.
Take them next door to the $300 million Champion Center.
Yep.
We're not allowed in there. No, that's for the football team only.
Football, track, and the varsity guys.
Gruber takes a shot. It misses the near side. It'll bounce all the way around. Looks like it's going to be a rush now for Charles James. And James loses the puck. His coin will play it away from him. Back and forth they'll go. Luke Carter will play it off the boards, and this will trickle into the zone. 13:20 remaining in the third. 1-0 game still. This is going to be a good one, folks. Hogan will cross it to center. Flipped up in the air by Tyler Griffith. Griffith, who he hasn't had a ton of playing time this year. He's only suited up for 6 games, but he's played really well here tonight. He's got really fresh legs, and Griffith has been flying all over the ice.
Sometimes that's the key. I mean, you get later in the season, like, you know, we talked about Colorado having to mix and match some lineups to try to get the right guys in the right spots to fill some injury gaps. Arizona, you know, every team battles the same thing, and fatigue also this late in the season is also another factor. So when you get some of those guys with those fresh legs, it can make a world of difference.
So that was Griffith. Griffin has the lone goal. That's Kyle Griffin. Scored back in the first period of play on a really nice forecheck. And that's the only tally of the game. Brian Hogan in over the line, handles at the circle. Hefter will break it up there, out to Bergkemper. And behind the play, Hefter will take a big shot. He'll ask the referee what he thought. Referee's going to ignore him. Back and forth now to Bergkemper. And Bergkemper is going to be 2-on-1 with Bauer. Bauer walks in here on Wilson. Backhand and a save by Wilson. Rebound, they score! Chris Bergkemper on the rebound. We're tied at 1.
Big miscue by Arizona players there, Joe, on that one. A couple guys, I think one was trying to go off for a change there, line change, and his teammate coming on, they just ran into each other almost right in the middle of the Buffalo at center ice. Both of them fell down, and that allowed that Colorado breakaway, and that one mistake is going to come back to haunt Arizona as now the game's tied, and now it truly is anybody's game.
That means we get to announce a goal here.
Yep, here. Well, let me get this over here, and we'll give it all to you, Joe.
Is it going to be Bergkemper from Bauer? Or do you
we'll
think
have to wait for the.
We're going to wait for the official announcement.
Yeah, we'll wait for the text from the Twins.
I told Scott Folden it was going to be Bergkemper from Bauer. No, he told me that. I actually said that Wiggins was going to score. Wiggins not playing tonight. 10 from 15. So, all right, you take over. I got to announce the goal.
All right. Well, we're actually going to let you. We're going to let the fans listen in. You promised them a show, so. All right, hopefully the fans were able to hear that one. I don't know how loud it came through, but
was that good?
It sounded pretty good, at least to me.
I loved it.
Granted, I'm standing next to you, so I don't know how well it came through the headphones here, but the fans appreciated it. Couple cheers after that one.
I think they were cheering for me. I don't think they were cheering for the goal.
You know,
it's for me.
We'll give it to you, Joe.
7 out of 10.
Who knows? Maybe that bumps you up to a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, Fishbert, do I get an extra point for doing PA tonight? Oh, good. Kaylee said it was good. So if Kaylee says it's good, it's good. All right, we're good.
Perfect.
Hell yeah. 11:41 remaining here in the third period. Tied at 1.
Kaylee's got the phone, the laptop. She's got everything going on. She's working hard.
She's good at multitasking, I realize.
That's impressive.
She's very talented.
Yep.
And we've got a penalty on the play. This one's going to go against Arizona.
It's like an interference call.
And so Colorado go on the power play. Derek, you do the penalties. I just do the goals.
Yeah, you do the exciting part.
I'm the fun uncle.
Yeah,
I'm the cool fun uncle.
There you go, yeah.
You're like...
I bring the bummers.
You're the bummer guy.
Okay. Kaylee's a little bit behind. Yeah, she was taking a pound of the multitasking. We're over here talking about other stuff.
Oh, this is fun. 9:30 local time. Feels like 10:30. I'm tired. This is fun, though. What a day.
Oh, did you see who went into the box, Joe? I missed the
number
number
8.
Number 8, all right.
So that'll be Brian Drasner. Drasner will go to the box. Interference. So Colorado will go on the power play. This will be their third power play of the night. They had a 5-on-3 briefly, a 5-on-4, and now will be their second 5-on-4. 0 for 2 so far. Now to Kardash. Kardash walks in and a shot is blocked down there by Grandoff. Minute 41 remaining on the power play. Buffs recently tying it. Burkemper from Bauer. Cards. One touch back and forth to Salvato. Almost jumped over Pilkins' stick. Really good block there by Grandoff. Grandoff shove here at center ice at Kardash. Really good play, though, by Grandoff. Brought in over the line by Salvato. Salvato looks for an option to Gruber. Takes a shot. Saved by Wilson. Rebound on the doorstep. And Jarman will pick it up. Jarms will look out. He gets taken down from behind. And
no calls.
Fans wanted the call. They're going to let him play. Jarman's still with it. He's a workhorse. Now to Gruber. Gruber looks straight away. Looking on the back door. Oh, boy. What a shot there from Salvato. We are going to get a penalty on Arizona. So Ponder will go to the bench. Delayed penalty. Extra attacker will be Nitchin. In front, Kardash will go through some traffic. And I don't know what Cards is doing with that one. Okay. Okay.
I think the players are trying to get him, to signal him to do something. And
that's okay. You know, you get 50 seconds now on the 5-on-3. You get the guy off the ice. Think it's going to be Rosetta.
It's a cross check, I know that much. Looks like we got 11.
Nope, it's going to be Roy Grandoff. So Grandoff will get his second penalty of the period. This one will be a cross check. And so it'll be a 5-on-3 for 50 seconds. Oh, he's going to get a double minor. 4 minutes up on the board. Grandoff's going to get 4 minutes.
I'm going to wait for the text on that one then to see exactly what was called.
So that's technically going to be 2 penalties against Grandoff for the double minor. So that'll go in the books as Colorado will get their 4th and 5th power play chance here tonight. They are 0 for 3 thus far. But the scoring of a power play, and Derek, correct me if I'm wrong on this, the scoring of a double minor is you get scored for each 2-minute period. It's not one power play. It's scored as 2-minute power plays on the score sheet.
Yes, that's correct, because what we're going to get here is so it's going to be a cross-check and an unsportsmanlike. I'm assuming the unsportsmanlike was something was said as he was going off the ice or et cetera, et cetera. It could be any number of things, but that's my guess because I didn't see anything extra, any extra physicality or anything like that. Looks like we're going to get a
timeout on someone's end,
/ captain's meeting. Not sure exactly what's going on here, but did you get upgraded there on your rating?
Fishburne says he'll give me an 11 if I announce a Arizona goal like I just so elegantly announced the Colorado goal. Derek, that was rare form for me. I don't usually get that excited.
Pretty impressive. But the thing is, now the question becomes, what happens if Arizona doesn't score anymore? Do you still get the 11th?
Fish.
What's the contingency plan?
Fish, you got to be the judge on this. Hey, do you want to wish happy birthday to Don Cherry?
Yes, let's do that.
Let me get this picture.
Can we?
Is it TSN?
We need to get the camera looking at us
TSN
for a second here.
It is. It's Don Cherry's birthday. I don't know where we saw the picture of Cherry earlier.
You should have just screenshot it.
That
suit game was
amazing. Maybe it was Sportsnet. Don Cherry, legendary broadcaster in Canada. He also, Derek, fun fact, Don Cherry was the head coach of the Colorado Rockies NHL team when Colorado. Yeah, he was the head coach of the Colorado Rockies NHL team, and he didn't move on to New Jersey with the team. I just found the picture, but we're going to play again. So at the next stoppage, I've got it. But yeah, Don Cherry, legendary hockey broadcaster. Today is his birthday. Has a Colorado tie. He also has a great suit on. So we'll show that in the next break. So 38 seconds of a 5-on-3 for Colorado. They'll kick things off here as we're knotted at 1 with 10:05 to go in the period. Back and forth shot. Nope, fake shot from Bauer out to Adams. Adams takes a shot. Blocked down in front. Rebound. And it's a save by Wilson. It looked like Burkhamper were trying to roof that one. He just missed. Just missed. So 25 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. 3:35 of the double minor. This is a good one, though. What a fun game.
It's turned into a really competitive game. Colorado's, it's not like they were playing soft, but they really picked up the intensity, especially after that goal. I think they can start to sense themselves getting back in this a little more than they maybe thought they were. And they're definitely playing with some fire now. The power plays certainly help.
Adams walking in, touched by Burkhamper on the doorstep. But Wilson will lie on top of it.
Wilson doing a good job keeping those any rebounds. He's dropping them right at his feet, basically, right at the base of his pads, and he's just falling straight on top of it. He doesn't want any second chances because that's how Colorado basically got their goals. So he doesn't want to give any more of those up, so he's doing a good job of forcing those rebounds straight down instead of letting them bounce out away from them to where Colorado can get that second tap and try to put one in.
They'll throw Nichin out of the face-off circle, so it'll be Bradford that'll take his spot, and Bradford will do the job. He'll win it to Adams. 5 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. So we're back now to full strength as Bauer takes a shot, misses on the backside. Backhand, oh, what a save by Wilson! He robbed him.
Actually, I believe I heard the ping.
I think the stick got post, and I think Wilson got puck. Either way, puck stays out of the net and remains 1-1. 9.5 to go in the third. Buffs still on the power play, though, for 3 minutes and 2 seconds. Wow. Wilson has made some saves tonight.
Yeah, he has. He definitely has. He has shown up. He's right now, at least in this last handful of minutes, keeping Arizona in this game.
Oh, I think we're going to get a penalty on Burkhamper.
No, I think it looks like
roughing
it.
On Berkey.
All right.
So 9:25 remaining in the third. So we'll go 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, and the Buffs will have a minute and 2 seconds on the 5-on-4. Face-off won by Gruber out to Trent Edwards. So Berkey will get 2 minutes for roughing. Over the line comes Salvato with Gruber, loses the puck. Picked off, though, by Edwards as the Wildcats trying to lead the zone. Back and forth they'll go. Edwards bearing down. O'Dea, though, will have it taken away from Edwards again. Salvato looks for a shot, takes a shot, and a save by Wilson.
It was a good job by Wilson. He just kind of followed the shooter across his arc.
Wilson!
Got it again.
I hope they yell that at the Tucson Convention Center for home games.
I don't know.
After every save.
We'd have to go out there and watch.
If I was the promotions guy for Arizona, I'd be giving away volleyballs with faces on them and have everyone yell Wilson after every save.
Pretty expensive promotion.
Well,
because you also got to get the licensing fees.
Well, nobody owns the licensing on faces on volleyballs. Unless
like
Tom Hanks does.
Yeah, no, the production studio does.
No, it's Tom Hanks personally.
Oh, okay.
What is Castaway? What is the name of the movie?
Yeah, you got it right.
Castaway. Okay,
yep.
good.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was like Survivor or Castaway.
Nope, Castaway.
Oh, Gruber takes a big shot against the glass.
No official's hands up, though, for a penalty.
I think it looked clean-ish. It was hard to see from where I was looking. Pilkington will skate back into his own zone. A minute remaining on 4-on-4, and then Colorado will have a brief power play, minute and 2 seconds following our 4-on-4 action. Ice wide open. Pilkington over the line with Bauer with 8:16 remaining in our third. Tied at 1 on Friday night. Kardash will receive it. He's had a really good game tonight. Bauer, a one-timer, misses the far side post. Pitching in will be Cards. He'll get a piece of it. Can't keep the zone as will be out to center ice. It'll be Wilkinson. Wilkinson will take some contact. He goes flying out like John Elway at the Super Bowl. Remember that play.
Colorado with a great wheel on the other end, though. I wish we had a replay show that again. Just a couple good passes. Basically, all they did was throw it to a guy coming in the zone hard. He took it in a couple steps and then reversed the puck, and it led to a backdoor opportunity for Colorado. They had a great look, just missed the mark by a little bit. Arizona trying to capitalize on the other end. pretty good opportunity, but good defense by Colorado to prevent them from getting as good of a look as they could have gotten.
I really hope we get another stoppage of play, like an extended one, so we can show Don Cherry's photo because David Bowie night was canceled because.
You mean, what would you call it? Bowie night? David Bowie night?
David Bowie night.
Or, yeah.
Backhand shot saved by Wilson. His name is David Bowie. I grew up listening to British stuff, and they call him Bowie in some places. So.
Yep.
It's like the British accent, and it doesn't translate well to regular English. David Bowie night was canceled. So now I hope Don Cherry night doesn't get canceled. Jarman tries to play it through the center zone. He'll bring it in over the line on sides. Back to 5-on-4 for Colorado for a minute. Cards will glove it down, fakes a shot, looks for an option, finds Palanchik along the boards. And this one will be all the way out to center. If you're wondering what David Bowie night was going to be, it's going to be only Bowie references the entire broadcast, and we're going to play his music in between every whistle. But it got canceled. So, anyways, 35 seconds remaining on the power play. Leads it in behind for Devin Pilkington. 30 seconds remaining on the power play. 6:50 in regulation. 1-1 hockey game. Oh, good old hockey game. On to John Nitchin. Looks for Burkemper. Into the corner they go. He takes a check. End zone clears. Not bad.
That was pretty good. You missed your intermission karaoke. So was that the makeup there?
They didn't play songs I knew.
There you go.
They only played like
Backstreet Boys.
Like
we got some Backstreet Boys going on in there.
No, they were playing like really like early 2000s like emo rock, and that's hard to sing along to. Back to even strength, so Colorado will fall to 0 for 5 on the night on the power play. 6:12 remaining in regulation of a 1-1 game. Here's Pilkington, takes a shot through traffic, and a save by Wilson. Rebound, pushed to the boards. Here come the Wildcats. They'll dump it into the zone. Piner will come out of his net to play it. The Wildcats go for a change. Modest Carter, who sticks with it. Adams looking up for a stretch pass to Doyle. He'll connect there. Oh, it jumps over his stick at the last second. And down low for Rosetta.
Line judge saying it's tipped, though, which is why we didn't get the icing call.
Yeah, he got a piece of it. Adams through traffic. And the shooting lanes have been, kept open in a good way. And a shot by Doyle, a save by Wilson. A lot of times, if there's going to be a shooting lane, sometimes you just let it be a shooting lane, and so the goalie's got a clear look at it. And some teams will try to block every single shot and don't recognize. Sometimes you just got to let them get the shot on net, and you know that's when you see weird deflections off legs and sticks. And
you got to trust your goalies, and I think Arizona's done a good job with that. We've said a couple of times how Colorado really hasn't had any screens in front of the net, especially in that first period. They were taking basically wide open shots, and sometimes those can sneak in, but more often than not, that goalie's going to make that save. You can see it the whole way in. The thing is, especially for young hockey players, it's not necessarily where your eyes are looking. It's imagine if the puck has the eyes. That's what you want to be able to see, kind of that net. So when those goalies are trying to block, or you're trying to shoot around the body using them as a screen, that's what you want to use. You want to like pretend the puck has eyes or your stick has eyes, whichever one you want to give the eyes to. And that's the one that you want to give the angle to, because that goalie, a lot of times, they're watching the puck, but they're really paying attention to your body motions and if you're in a shooting motion, things like that. So if you can get those opportunities where you're getting those screens, that's going to be the most beneficial for you, is to not look at it where your eyes are, but where the puck or your stick's eyes would be.
Dumped in by Grandoff. Adams will come after it. Under 5 to play. 4:55 in the third. 1-1 game. Burkemper from Bauer is the mark in the third period. Earlier in the game, Kyle Griffin scored the lone tally for the Wildcats. We're tied at 1.
We are?
Yes.
Might get a little bonus hockey here.
Oh, now that you mention it, we won't. The broadcaster curse with Diggs. It's Return of the Jedi. Return of the broadcaster curse. Coyne takes a shot through traffic. And out to center come the Wildcats. Leading the rush and chipping to the corner will be Will Poynton. Poynton will take a shot from Coyne, but stick with it. Poynton out to Hogan. Hogan on the backside. A one-timer just missed by Wilkinson. Oh, boy. Zona's got that backdoor one-timer down pat.
Exactly.
That is good.
That's where they've been strong. They've been strong on the boards tonight, and they've been strong on that back door. Those are the two things that are working for them. They tried to combine them there. Didn't work out for them, but, that puck, just another inch or two, one way or the other. If that was on somebody's stick, that could have easily gone in.
Kardash from center ice will dump it in. 3:52 remaining In the third, tied at 1, as indicated by the score bug on the bottom of your screen, I think. Yeah?
It's up.
Okay, we got
Hopefully
it up.
it's right. We don't have our video monitor today to double check. But
I left it at home, man. I really did. Jumps over coin stick. This one will come to center. John Hogan will push the pile. Can't take the puck with him. Leaves it there for Brian Hogan. Brian in over the line. Back on the left side for Carter. Takes a shot and a save by Champagne. Dylan Carter was right there, but Piner beat him to the spot. Stone cold Colin Champagne. 3.5 to go.
I don't know if that one worked so well.
I even have my Stone Cold Steve Austin tie with me. I should have put it on.
Yeah, it was. For those that don't believe Joe has one of those, check his Instagram.
I didn't put it on Instagram, but I can. I'll tweet it.
I thought it was. Wasn't what
No,
was
I
on
just
Instagram?
Snapchatted
Oh, that was
you.
just.
No, that was
That was a Snapchat.
That was my Bullet Club picture.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Here comes Carter through center ice. His brother just missed on the other end of the backside. Oh, boy. Gruber just couldn't quite get the position he wanted.
Colorado trying to do a little bit of an Arizona thing there.
Trying
with
to
that
give them
back
their own
door.
medicine, Derek.
Yep. Yeah, hey.
Force feed it.
Sometimes it's what the teams expect the least because it's what they usually practice against.
Cameraman Parker Hopkins almost got hit by that puck. Not
Oh,
our
I see him down
cameraman.
there. Yeah, I see him.
Not
down
our
there.
cameraman. The team
Our
photo
still
guy.
photographer.
Our still photographer.
Yep. Or I guess he's an action photographer, but
Edwards a blast from the outside. It got to the glass. I didn't see how it got there. And out to center it'll go. Pilks will play it. Back and forth it'll go. 3 minutes remaining in regulation. Pushing through traffic. Coming down towards the end before it's poked away by Edwards. Into the corner. John Hogan will meet up alongside Gruber. And here comes Grubes up the other way. Gruber's got Salvato on the far side of the ice. Drops for Pilkington. Pilkington takes a shot. Rebound. Carter takes a shot. And it's still loose in the slot. Salvato will send it to the boards. The puck was lost to me there momentarily. And
it was sitting it right in front, actually.
oh, my.
Nobody was near it, though, to play it for Colorado, and Arizona was able to sweep it away.
Edwards back at his own blue line. Bounces it to the boards. He'll exchange with Carter before it's on to Bauer. 2:15 remaining in our 1-1 game on Friday night. It's Friday night. Bauer will take some contact into the corner, flipped up into the air. Dora onto the scene, takes a shot, actually hit a leg in front. Arizona, coming out of the zone, they're looking for that blue line to blue line stretch pass. Drop to Nitchin, takes a shot, saved by Wilson. Rebound, sent all the way down the length of the ice, and the puck will slow down. And they will award Colorado an icing call. I don't know who called the timeout earlier in the game.
It was Colorado.
Was it Colorado? So
Colorado
we'll
called
see.
timeout.
Maybe Zona will take a timeout here. Well, Coach Berman shakes his head no, so he could have been shaking his head no to anything. Though.
I think the linesman was letting him know, or letting one of the players know to kind of knock it off. There was a little bit of chippiness off camera, behind the play, well behind the play actually, between a Colorado player and an Arizona player. I wasn't sure who it actually was. Didn't see the numbers, but a couple guys getting into it, and I think the linesman was just kind of warning them, hey, knock it off. We're watching.
Minute 38 remaining. Who is going to be the hockey hero tonight? Derek, not all heroes wear capes. Some wear ice skates. That's a haiku I just wrote.
There you go.
Flipped in on net, gloved out of the air by Ponder. It looked like he wanted to play it,
fielder.
but that was really good, by the way. That little haiku I just did, that was really good.
I think the best
Kaylee
part,
hears it,
the
she'll
best
look
part
at me.
was the excitement just now afterwards.
Dude, I'm in a creative writing class, and I got writer's block for like 3 hours. Couldn't write a poem.
Not tonight.
about anything.
There we go.
There
Kaylee
it
heard
is.
it. All right.
Cha-ching.
Gotta love our tape delay here.
It's hilarious.
I gotta get ready for my 1 minute. I missed it the last couple periods.
It escaped. There you go. All right, into the corner it'll go. Rosetta looks out to center. He'll get it to Matt Adams with 1:11 remaining. You'll hear Derek's 1 minute announcement, and that'll signify a minute remaining in the third period. Nitchin goes down to the corner, and it'll trickle out to center ice. Here it goes.
1 minute remaining in regulation.
You heard it live. 1 minute remaining in regulation. Here comes Berkey in over the line. He'll stop up. Nitchin with a really good play to get it in deep. Colorado will dig it up into the corner. It'll be held up by Hogan, and Hogan will try to get it out to center. Coyne, though, will glove it down. 40 seconds remaining in regulation. 1-1 game. Bauer will come through, tries to hand around a defender, gets through one, on the backside, Jarman takes a shot, it was blocked. Coyne will push in from the blue line, Bauer with it at the top of the circle, leaves it now for Jarman, takes a shot, and now it'll go flying into the netting, and out of play. It was deflected, but it will stay here. Yes, it'll stay in the zone on the right circle.
26.6 left for something to happen. Otherwise, we're going to get a little extra hockey.
Oh, dude, they put the Grand Canyon Utah Valley game on YouTube, so we can watch it later.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
Film study.
Film study. Lacrosse starts in 1 month.
I believe that was
4th.
an overtime game, too, so it should be an exciting one.
Good. We can just watch overtime.
Yeah.
We'll see if there's overtime in this contest. Hashtag segue. 17 seconds remaining. Planchik will take a shot. Gloved out of the air by Wilson. 16.0 seconds remaining. Exactly. To the point set. Joe Paris and Derek Michelson here with you on Friday night. Thanks for joining us. It's been a fun one for us. Hope it's been a good one for you. Planchik will take the draw for Colorado. And looks like we're going to get the centerman thrown out. I think that's Randolph. It gets thrown out of the circle, so taking his place will be Olsen. So Olsen and Planchik. Well, now they're going to swap again. Now it'll be Tyler Griffith. And Griffith will win it.
A little interesting there. It looked like some words might have been exchanged after the throw out there. Not really sure what was happening there, but not typically what you see.
No. Pushed in front, a save as the puck will slide free. 0.9 seconds remaining. Barring something that'll definitely get a voice crack out of my throat, we will go to overtime.
Which we all want to hear.
I've never done it.
That's not true. I know you've done it.
Have I?
Yeah.
See, I just did it.
Well, no, I know
when Mike Emmerich voice cracks,
I'll give you a
drink.
hint. I'll give you a hint. You were on SportsCenter when it happened.
McElvaney.
There you go.
Okay. I was on SportsCenter once, folks, and my voice cracked. Face-off is tied up by both squads, so we're going to go to overtime.
We are. I guess the broadcaster's curse is not alive and well anymore.
No, rip, rest in peace.
Yep.
Funeral party for the broadcaster's curse. Kaylee got it. She's the only one that got it.
Well, no, she hasn't gotten it yet. She hasn't heard
No,
it yet.
she heard.
No.
No, I
She
think
heard
she
something else.
Oh, she heard something else?
Remember, we got a 20-second delay.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yep.
So we'll have a minute break. Cameraman Scott Folden having fun over there. Good game, yeah? Folds has crushed it tonight. So
And there we go.
it is. Thank you. Thank you very much. You're all night. Okay, so speaking of overtime hockey,
Yes.
and my hero John Scott
Okay.
of the St. John's Ice Caps of the AHL,
Uh-huh.
the All-Star game with the 3-on-3 format,
Yes.
that was awesome.
Yeah,
Let's do
the
that
3-on-3
every year.
tournament thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every year we do that.
Yeah, the NHL kind of struck gold. They've had some issues trying to find something that's really resonated with the fans the last few years. I think kind of every sport, honestly, though, in their All-Star games has had that issue. Because a lot of times, it's the All-Star game. Nobody wants to get injured. Nobody wants to do anything like that. So it's more of kind of just a for fun thing. And I think the NHL did a good thing this year, putting a little speed into it, and I think the fans responded.
All right. Oh, this would have been a good time for Don Cherry. Oh, there's Matt Hefter, by the way.
With a handful of tape.
And ice.
And ice.
Mostly ice.
Yeah.
And saran wrap, too. Looks really good in his two-piece gray suit, matching tie. Off camera. Doesn't matter. You know what does matter? The next 5 minutes of regulation.
Yep.
Nope. Post-regulation hockey. Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, we need to update our scorebook.
Dude, oh my, Derek.
Slacking.
Leave a legacy, not a mess.
Technically speaking, a mess could be a legacy. It's not a good legacy, but it is a legacy.
We're back here in overtime. 1-1 game. Next time the puck goes in the back of the net over the red line legally, that team will win. From my understanding of hockey. Here's Chris Berkemper over the line now to Pilkington. Pilkington will carry it. Drops it for Berkey. Berkemper takes a shot. Blocked down off the leg of Osment. Bauer left it momentarily, and now the Wildcats will pick it up. 4.5 to go in overtime. If we do not have a goal, we will go to a three-man shootout, which always proves to be exciting. Saved by Champagne, gloved down by Pilkington. The Buffs are .500 at home in overtime this year. Pilkington deep into the corner. He'll leave it for Berkemper. Looks across to Edwards, who just came on. Takes it himself, now leaves it for Trent. Edwards walks in, takes a shot, and a save by Austin Wilson. Are they keeping saves down in the stat booth?
They are, yep.
That is worth knowing.
We can try to figure that out.
That might be saved for the post game, but that is a good stat because there's been a lot of shots, and Austin Wilson has only allowed one by him. And to his credit, it was not his fault. 4:09 remaining, overtime period. Friday night, Buffs and Wildcats. One tally in the first period for the Wildcats, nothing in the second. Burkemper gets one in the third for Colorado. Here comes George Gruber. He'll negotiate his way through the neutral zone. Leaves it there for Nitchin. Takes a shot, and it goes just wide. Nitchin raised his stick in the air. It looked like he thought he had won the game. I almost thought he did too. Nitchin will leave it in down low, gloves it to the corner, looks out to Adams, will backhand it to try and cycle it to Gruber. It'll bounce free. John Dorr will jump in from the blue line. A good play by the big Dorr to hold the puck up in the corner. Comes free to Gruber. Gruber will walk the end line, takes a shot, and it misses the side of the net. It goes into the netting and out of play. 3.5 to go in overtime.
Colorado controlled the whole overtime so far, so for them, they're doing a good job. Arizona, they're going to really need to get that puck if they want to have a chance.
Woo-wee. This has been a good one. Woo-wee. Anybody got the very obscure reference I just made? Tweet at me right now. And I'll announce it at the end of the game. Played off into the corner. In down low, Salvato will chase after it. First one to the puck, though, will be Olsen. Olsen will tie it up with 3:17 remaining in overtime. The obvious indication, tied. One apiece. Again, we'll go to a shootout. This is not enough hockey for you. Or them. We don't make the decision, actually. It's all on them.
We've got the shots and save numbers.
Oh, okay. We'll read those at the next break. Kardash has got it. He'll play it back in front to Coyne. 2:52 remaining in overtime. Who's got some magic on their stick? And this one will go into the netting and out of play. Now to Derek Michelson live with the stats. Derek?
So far we have Colorado has 36 shots on goal, so 35 saves for Arizona. And Arizona, conversely, only 16 shots on goal. So much better shooting percentage for the Wildcats. But at the end of the day, it's not necessarily the shooting percentage that matters. It's just the number on the board. So
face-off one back to Coyne. Across the Kardash. They'll recoil to their own blue line. 2:40 remaining in overtime. Drummond will kick it to himself. Sticks with it over the line to Palanchik. He'll be stood up. And the puck will trickle in. Played back now by Osment. To the boards it'll go. 2.5 remaining. Wildcats deep in their own territory. John Hogan will take it from his own zone. Played out to Brian Hogan. It'll escape out to center ice. This will be Dylan Carter. Carter in, and it's taken away by Kardash at the last second. Kardash will follow him to the corner. He'll drop it in down low for Hogan. Taken away from Hogan by Coyne. Out to Jarman. It'll bounce, narrowly avoiding a disaster. Here comes Jarman. Jarman over the line with Palanchik. Taken away by Wilkinson. Puck will slide in down deep. Bodies will collide as Pilkington will wrestle the man to the boards and come out of the pile with it with 1:55 remaining in overtime. Flip play from Pilkington. Out to Palanchik to the zone on a 2-on-2 with Jarman. Third man entering is Pilkington. Jarman will take it into the corner with 1:44 remaining. Bodies will collect in the corner. Puck comes free to Palanchik. And the Wildcats will carry out to center ice. It'll be Robbie Wilkinson. Wilkinson with it. Looks for options. He'll play it around Pilkington to the corner. He'll go after it. Met there by Edwards. Shot on net. Well, that didn't go on net. It hit the net. Side of the net, to be exact. O'Dea wrapped up by Burkemper along the far side boards. 1:22 remaining. Burkemper's got a determined look through his cage. He's now with Bauer. Over the line they go. Bauer at the circle, looking for a pass. Will be ridden off into the boards by Rosetta. Comes free to Burkemper, tries to cycle it. Rosetta, though, will pick it off. They'll play it out to center ice. Adams, though, the first one to the puck. He'll slap it in with, are you ready?
1 minute remaining in overtime.
1 minute remaining in overtime. That was great.
I tried.
That is production value at its finest. Here come the Wildcats. They got a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Olsen slow with it. Shot saved by Champagne. In behind. Adams will run a man down low. They're wrapped up in behind the play. It looks like their arms are tangled up. Meanwhile, the other way, it's a 4-on-3 with Dora. Dora looking for Bauer. Takes a shot. Kick saved by Wilson, and he'll grab the rebound. Wow. 32.9 remaining. in overtime.
That looked like that was Alex O'Day for Arizona was laying on the stick of the Colorado player. I wasn't sure who it was. I don't know if you saw it, Joe, but
it was Adams. Matt Adams.
Okay, all right. So it looked like O'Day was laying on Adams' stick, which is why they were sticking together. Adams didn't want to let his stick go.
Timeout on the ice. All right, timeout on the ice. So we're going to show a picture of Don Cherry. All right. So timeout. Who got the timeout, Derek?
Timeout called by Arizona.
Arizona called the timeout. All right, Foltz, focus the camera on this. Happy birthday to former Colorado Rockies head coach Don Cherry. That's the legendary broadcaster. Can you see it okay? What do you think, Foltz? That's Don Cherry. No? Okay, well, we tried. You can see it's a guy in a suit, so that's all we needed. High production value, Derek. You got to put your mic back on, man.
Yeah, I forgot to unmute. It's a guy in a suit, but the suit has
goal
lights
horns
on it,
or lights or whatever.
which is amazing. That's
That is
just
amazing.
simply the greatest.
Big thank you to Radio 1190 KVC Boulder for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. And one more time, Colorado versus Colorado State at the Pepsi Center in Denver, February 20 to 25th. It's a Thursday night. Go online, www.avstix/showdown 2016. Tickets on sale now. Get them now. 32.9 remaining in overtime. Nitchin will push forward on the draw. It goes to the corner. It'll be Osment that'll play it out of his own corner up to Hogan. Hogan looking for an option. He'll send it in around the board. Dylan Carter will chase after it. Champagne will be the first one there. He'll leave it for Matt Adams. 17 and a half to go. 17 and a half seconds to go. Here comes Nitchin. Over the line. 10 seconds remaining in overtime. Nitchin will lose it. Plays it narrowly out to center. This one's going to slide all the way down. And with 5.8 seconds remaining, there'll be a face-off in the offensive zone for Colorado. Let's see if they can draw something up here.
And that's plenty of time for a team that wins a lot of faceoffs like Colorado. So we'll see if they can make something with it. It'll still be interesting. If not here, then looks like we're going to get a shootout tonight, Joe.
Tune in tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. These two teams will do action again on the same channel you're tuned into right now. Face-off won by Dora. One time to Adams. Oh, and he just misses the side of the net. And time will expire, and we'll do the shootout thing.
We will. That was close. It was very close.
So, if you're unfamiliar with the ACHA shootout protocol, three-man shootout, I believe Arizona elects if they shoot first.
I'm not sure what the rules are.
Well, we'll see
anymore.
here momentarily.
I used to know, but
Now you're on this side of the broadcast.
yeah, don't have to know them anymore. So I don't remember them, unfortunately.
So I'll keep score here on the official Joe Paris notebook. Okey-doke. A will mean Arizona, C will mean Colorado.
You need a store. You could sell those in your store.
This is a good piece of
Sounds
equipment.
like yeah.
I'm also using my favorite pen tonight.
Oh,
Not the election
We're pulling
coverage
out
pen,
all the
but
stops.
the best
Oh,
pen
but that
I-
was a good pen, though.
It's a good pen, but
That
it
was a
was
good pen.
stolen in Las Vegas.
It was. That's unfortunate to hear.
I'd speculate who did it, but don't have time for that.
Okay.
All right. So no time left in the game. We'll do a shootout. Colorado on the year, 50-50 with the shootouts. They had a heartbreaker at the beginning of the year to Arkansas that you and I watched from the corner.
We did. We were not broadcasting.
We're not broadcasting. Last shootout in town, though, Colorado did pick up the victory.
I believe they only had one goal on it, though.
One goal.
1 goal, 2 saves.
I think it was Burkemper, too.
Yep. That sounds right.
Sure. Our photographer, Parker Hopkins, giving us the thumbs up as he has probably got some great action shots that you can check out online on Facebook.com. Search CBS Hockey.
Who's that supposed to be?
Nobody knows.
Okay.
Did anybody get the reference I made? The woo-wee? Rick and Morty.
Did you get any?
Rick and Morty. No, I didn't
tweets?
get any tweets.
Oh.
It's a
well,
Rick and
there you
Morty
go.
reference. It's the best show in the land.
Looks like Arizona's going to be the first team to shoot here.
So Zona will shoot first. The shooter will be number 3, Matthew or Matt Armenti. I haven't spoken with him, so I'm not sure what he prefers. Armenti will bring it into the zone. Takes a shot. He scores. Beat Champagne over the blocker, so that'll be a check in the A column. 1 for 1. First shooter for the Buffs will be Jake Bauer. Bauer with the assist on the night. Let's see if he's got a goal in him. Bauer waiting for the okay, gets the whistle, and he'll pick up the puck. Enters in with a little bit of pace on the left side. Deeks shoots. Oh, and a kick save by Wilson. So 1-0 after the first round. We go 3. So we get an X in the C column. Second round, the shooter will be Alex Odea. Odea will bring it in wide right, centers off in the slot, dangles around, shot and save by Champon, a kick save, beating him to the post. So that'll be an X. So now Colorado with an opportunity to tie it up. It'll be Chris Bergkemper who had the Colorado goal earlier in the third period. Bergkemper will lose the puck briefly, walks in, stops, backhand, and he shovels it in. What a play with the skate. Really nice skating maneuver for Bergkemper. We're tied at 1.
Colorado goals for number 10, Chris Bergkemper.
Good job, Derek. You nailed it. Derek, we should always do PA from now on. This is awesome. We don't need a PA guy. Third round, and this is a big one. It'll be John Hogan. Hogan on the year, 3 goals. Oh, take it back. That's Brian Hogan. It's his brother. Here comes Brian Hogan at the circle, walks in, takes a shot and a save by Champine. Got his arm on that one into the netting and out of play. John Nitchin will jump onto the ice with the opportunity to win the game. Some heroes don't have capes, but they wear skates. I'm going to say it again. Probably there. Nitchin in. Backhand shot, slides it between the lines, he scores! John Mitchin! And the Buffs win 2-1 in a shootout. And they'll celebrate at center ice. Hey, Derek. Oh, he's got to announce the goal. Hold on. The game-winning goal from Nitchin. Nitchin, who moved up to the first line with the injury to Matt Anders, gets the shootout winner. He and Bergkemper get it to go. Derek, some heroes don't wear capes.
They wear ice skates.
I want that on a plaque in my home.
All right, we'll work on that.
I want it next to my Emmy and my BEA award.
Got a little Star Wars music here for the victory song. Sounds like.
The teams are going to shake hands. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, because they're going to play again tomorrow. Right, exactly.
But hey, it's a good sign of sportsmanship.
Yep. The officials are keeping a close eye on it, but they're letting them go, so I don't think they have a problem with it.
Well, boy, if that was any indication of what tomorrow will be like.
Should be a game.
Join us again
make
tomorrow.
Sure, yeah, tune in, absolutely.
Final score from Boulder, 2-1. Colorado wins in a shootout. John Nitchin will get the game-winning goal. Regulation goal scored by Chris Bergkemper. And Berkey also got one in the shootout. Yep. The Bucks will thank the crowd.
Yep, and a nice round of applause from them right back.
I do want to say, before we go, an incredible performance by Austin Wilson. He will get the loss tonight, but boy, he held strong between the pipes.
Yeah, I mean, so the number we got, which was about
36 shots.
Yeah, and there was still quite a bit of time left, so I think ultimately he probably faced close to 40 shots tonight, so to only let in a handful is pretty good mark on him.
This is really weird music they're playing. It's not Star Wars. It's like the intro to Meet the Press.
No, it is.
It's
the Star Wars intro. So you were right, it's an intro, but it's when the scrolling text is going across the screen.
Oh, you're right. In a galaxy, in a hockey rink far, far
yes,
away.
Colorado
Colorado
we
knocked
didn't do
off
Star
the
Wars
Wildcats.
night. Apparently tonight was Star Wars.
Do you want to
night.
do Star Wars night tomorrow?
Nah,
we don't have enough time to figure that out.
I could make that happen graphics-wise.
We should definitely do David Bowie tomorrow. No, is it past?
Yeah, it is.
How about Ziggy Stardust night? Anyways, that's the end of our broadcast, the end of the game, alongside Derek Michelson, Kaylee Bryce on social media. Scott Folden was on the camera. That's all, folks. Final score, Colorado 2, Arizona 1 in a shootout. Join us tomorrow, 7:30 Mountain Time, for the second time these guys play this weekend. Good night. Bye. Good luck. Go Broncos. Go